so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us, and no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people, don't mess with this. Let's go.
Morning. It is Patrick and the people. It's Monday, and boy, do we have a Monday for you, man. It's going to be a hell of a show today. I'm very, very excited. We did,
Meow.
yeah, we did, in fact, have an interview with Joe Exotic yesterday that we will air today, and it's a doozy. You know, it's Joe Exotic, baby. You know, you never know what you're going to get, and he delivered. He delivered.
Always.
And we talked about a lot of stuff, so it's a good interview. Let me introduce you to the cast today. To my right, it's Chad Sledge. You know him, you love him. He gives bonus holes to people all over the state.
How y'all doing this morning?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He has the piercing studio, Primal Urge, Tattoo and Piercing in Conway, so get over and see him over on Oak Street.
Yes, sir.
And to my right, it is, you know her, Demanda or Amanda.
Demanda.
Whichever you prefer. She is the owner of the Break Room.
Yeah.
They're doing good enough. They ran out of stuff to break last week.
We
so
did.
You've renewed your supply?
Yes,
Well, that's good news.
very much. Very much. Yesterday was a good day.
Yeah?
It was a good day. We cleared out almost all the Goodwills.
Oh, that's
We had
awesome.
a good time. We
That
had a
is-
real good time.
That's good news. Hey, and that's good for Goodwill.
It is.
And to my left here, man, this is great. You know, you hear him every day, whether you know it or not. It's Luke Shoemaker. He sings our intro, and this shit ain't funny.
What's up, y'all?
What is up, my brother? Glad to have you in the studio with us, man.
Oh, good to be back, man. I was passing through town, so I figured I'd stop in and say what's up.
Man, I am glad you made it in to see family for the holidays out of Nashville.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I got in late last night, so.
How is Nashville traffic versus Little Rock?
Oh, dude, people don't know how to drive out there, man.
No?
Oh, dude, yeah, they're insane. I call them Nash holes, dude. They're wild, bro.
That's pretty great. That's pretty great.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know how to drive out there,
So,
man.
so do they drive slower, faster? What's it? Is it more congested, less congested?
Literally all of it that you just said, man. Like they got like the infrastructure of Little Rock, but they got the traffic of LA. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, yeah.
So
They're growing fast then.
yeah, I mean it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, when I'm just trying to go to like downtown Nashville, I live about 40 minutes outside of town, and if traffic's bad, it's more like an hour and 20
Oh,
minutes
wow.
outside of town. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a long commute.
Yeah, depending on where I'm going, like if I'm doing something on Music Row that day, or if I'm heading over to like Gibson's Garage or something like that,
Yeah.
it could take however long.
He's heading over to Gibson's Garage.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
guitar, right?
Oh.
Yes, yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Since I seen you last, I told you about it off air, but
Yeah.
the endorsement with all them became official and all that. So I'm like a Gibson Epiphone artist now and all that.
That is
Congratulations.
Wow.
exciting, man. That's awesome.
Oh,
man.
thanks,
Hell
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It's
is big time.
It was cool how it came together, man. There's these cover shows back in Nashville that I was doing, and there was a guy there named Aljon, and he's become a good buddy of mine. And he is like the dude that designs all the guitars and everything for Gibson and
Yeah.
Epiphone. And he had heard through the grapevine that I was, needing some bass stuff for when Vantage starts playing shows. And like, I do the hired gun thing too in Nashville, and there was a band that needed me to fill in for a music video. So he's like, hey, come by the garage, and I'll show you around a little bit. And literally 30 minutes in the garage, and it was just the stuff that I was seeing is like prototypes for stuff that's not coming out till next year for
Wow.
for like signature series for certain people, and then like just everything they have going on there, and it being local and it being people I know, and everyone in that company that I met was just the coolest ever. And so it was just a real natural progression to join that family.
You know, it's kind of a big thing to be a studio musician as well, isn't it? I mean, that's a big thing to be able to keep you working, even if you're not dropping a record or something.
Yeah, no, it can be, man. I've got a couple different things I do. Like, Vantage is my baby, but one of the big things I do is I'll write for a bunch of other bands in town too. Like, I've had a couple since I seen you last that have hit like Octane and all that I've written with
that's
other
awesome.
bands. And,
That's awesome.
There's that band Via Sky that I fill in for on bass
Yeah.
a lot, but I write for them quite a bit too. And so there's them, and then there's actually Arkansas band back here, Census, that I just wrote with them.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
I know
just
those
dropped.
guys, man. They're great, man.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
actually a really good band.
Yeah, and they're super nice dudes too, man. We wrote one together back.
Tell them we need to get them in.
Actually, yeah, no, I can holler at them for you.
I appreciate that. That'd be
Yeah.
great. That'd be great. Well, let's get to some information, news that you need. We'll start with the people who've outrun the Grim Reaper. Let's start locally in Little Rock. You may know him from working with him at Falcon Jet. Happy birthday to Michael Hampshire.
Hey, Michael.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
man. Happy birthday, bro. Hope it's a good one for you, man. Let's see who else has outrun the Grim Reaper. Christina Applegate, 53. You know her from, God, a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Yeah, Married with
Mhm.
Children, Anchorman. I mean,
Don't
all-
tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Oh,
oh,
man.
yeah, she was
Such
in
a
that
good
one.
movie.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Let's see. Who else do we care about? John Larroquette. He was in Night Court. He's 77. Stephen Lunsford from Private Practice, 35. Doug Ray Scott is 59. He played a bad guy in Mission Impossible 2, but he's been in a lot of things. Let's see. Lamb of God's Mark Morton is 52. Like him.
Buddy.
man?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And let's see. Is there anybody else you care about here? Joey Chestnut, the championship eater, is 41. He is ranked first in the world by Major League Eating. That is a real thing right there, man. All right. And on to the news we go. So let's see what the world's doing.
Burning.
Trump met with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. It's Rutte. In Palm Beach, Florida, to discuss global security issues. NATO said they talked about a range of things facing the alliance. In a brief news release Saturday, he became the new head of NATO in October. As the season of giving approaches, many Americans have already started shopping. The generation planning to spend the most this year? Well,
None
that'd be
of 'em.
millennials. 63% of millennials say they plan to spend the same or more as they did last year. The National Federation says between November 1st and December 3rd, spending expected to jump to a record $989 billion.
Man.
Holiday shoppers are expected to spend 8% more this year than last year for an average of almost $1,800. You think you're going to spend that much, Chad?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, yeah. 3 kids and a wife.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to get there quick, huh?
It's
Okay.
taxing.
Amanda?
No, I can get into a divorce, so cost is going down.
Well, that is a gift to yourself, so you can
It is
factor
it's
that
a
one
gift
in.
that keeps on giving
Yeah.
and doesn't cost
Yeah.
taxes.
You think you'll get that high 1,800?
Man, that's usually my pizza roll budget every week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good at that, you know what I mean?
I know that's right. All 7. Oh no, I'm not reading anything about BTS. Sorry. Let's see.
Who?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The Earth's temporary new companion moving today, the mini moon,
The mini moon.
as it's been called, has been hanging around for about 2 months. It's now going to head back out on the journey through the solar system. It's just an asteroid. It's about the size of a city bus. Its origin remains unknown.
Are we sure?
Oh, no, we're
I
not
mean, it
sure
could
of
be a
anything anymore.
space station.
Mike Tyson's been offered 125 grand. He just made 20 million.
Right? Leave him alone.
Okay.
Is it for his jock strap?
No, it's to host a Christmas party in Vegas wearing chaps and a banana hammock.
Yes.
Wild.
I knew it had to be something related to everybody seeing his ass.
Yeah, following the Netflix fight, Kings of Hustler, a male review in
Oh.
Sin City, extended the proposal, saying we think Tyson's playful side is what our cowboy Christmas party needs. We'll offer him 100,000 plus 25K just for accepting.
Mm.
I'm sure he's going to say
No.
no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, why don't you come through with a little bit more?
Right.
Let's be real. Thanksgiving is all about food. Sure, we enjoy getting to spend time with loved ones, but potatoes, gravy, turkey, pies, that's what it's about. Turns out the average American will eat a day's worth of calories in one sitting.
Duh.
Their researchers talked to about 1,000 adults to get an idea. They found the average American consumes about 2,100 calories during Thanksgiving dinner. You think that'll be the case?
Probably so.
Yeah. You think? Can you put
Yeah.
away that much? Where are you gonna put it?
In my mouth.
Balls.
Balls.
Pause.
Balls.
Man, hot take, I can't stand Thanksgiving food.
Really?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know
that's
this-
awesome. Hold on. No, you can't stand it.
Yeah.
What do you not stand?
Man, I'm a picky eater, man. I'm one of those that, like, the way my family's always done it, we do, like, the non-traditional kind of stuff at
Okay.
Thanksgiving. So it's either, like, Mexican food, Italian food.
So you don't like the turkey.
Yeah, man, it's just too dry chicken.
Dry.
You know what I'm saying?
Dry
But,
chicken.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all it is, bro. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I can't do all the green beans and all that stuff, man. Like,
No.
I know it's wild, but I'm one of those. I'd rather
No,
eat
I
like.
I
Yeah.
get it, man. I could live on a McGriddle twice a day.
Dude, you know what I'm saying, bro?
And that about does it for me, you know?
No, 100%.
All right, let's see. The Texas Board of Education. This is weird. At the end of last week, they approved a new curriculum in the state, which allows lessons based on the Bible in K through 5 classrooms. It was an 8-7 vote. Now, that doesn't mean everybody's going to do it. It just means those who choose to use it can do it. The curriculum includes lessons about Moses, the Golden Rule,
Cheese and
the
rice.
story of Good Samaritans, etc., etc.
Ugh.
Not a fan of it, to be honest with
No.
you. Not a fan of any religion in a school, but neither here nor there. Weather forecasters around the country are predicting severe weather with winter storms this week, something that could impact the holidays. Sacramento issued a winter storm warning for the state's Sierra Nevada through tomorrow over the weekend. Precipitation in Pennsylvania and West Virginia helped the drought conditions that had led to some wildfires, so that's good. They had about 17 inches of snowfall. That ought to take care of the fire.
Gross.
You know what I mean? That ought to about do it right there. Glad I don't live in Pennsylvania. Let's see. The defense rested its case in Daniel Perry's manslaughter and negligent homicide case on Friday. Now, Penny is the guy. He's a former Marine. He was charged in the New York City chokehold death of Jordan Neely in 2023. He pleaded not guilty. He did not take the stand during the defense. Judge is holding a conference with attorneys to talk about jury instructions. Have you followed that trial at all? No, you hadn't?
No.
Man, it's a wild trial, but, the guy came on the subway. He had a history of attacks and assaults on the subway, but he came into the car threatening everybody, saying he was going to kill somebody, saying he didn't care if he died. He started getting in people's faces. So this guy was a former Marine. It's like 23 years old. And he just grabbed him and held him,
There you go.
held him down
Yeah.
MMA
Kinda
style,
keep
kind of
him
in a
Yeah.
chokehold.
Right,
And
right.
another guy was kind of helping him. Well, they wouldn't, let him go until the police got there. Well, the police did get there, and he did have a pulse at that time. He was also, by the way, on drugs, but he died. And so they blamed this guy,
No.
That's
and
kind
he's
of a
been
slippery-
charged with
yeah.
manslaughter. So we'll see
Okay.
what happens.
So
Yeah.
when my brother died, he had gotten in a fight with his best friend, and his best friend kind of did something similar. He just
Mhm.
kind of set on him to try to
Yeah.
stop him because my brother was inebriated, high on cocaine, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And my brother had, extenuating health issue type
Sure.
things, in a large chart, and he died, and they tried to charge the guy.
With that.
Yeah.
Involuntary manslaughter,
Yeah.
basically, but they
Yeah.
didn't
No.
convict him.
No.
How did it? Were you okay
That's
with
what I was
that?
just fixing to say.
I was okay with it. The rest of the family, not so much.
No.
By the time that they decided on all that, like I was probably 6-8 months sober, and working a program or whatever, and just kind of understood that like the disease kills people in so many ways,
Yeah.
shapes, and forms.
Yeah, as much as you love your
Yeah.
your family member or friend, I mean, if they're drugged out, intoxicated, and perpetrating violence, then things do happen, and
Right.
it is
Yeah. Well,
unfortunate.
and it wasn't the first time they'd gotten in a fight, so it was
okay.
just kind of par for the course, other than my brother dying. That did suck,
Yeah,
But
no, of
then,
course
yeah.
it did. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
horrible.
That's horrible.
Horrible. All right. A couple was arrested in Minnesota after conducting what authorities said was an organized shoplifting operation that lasted months, involved multiple people. They set off store alarms while trying to leave a Lululemon location in Minnesota. They were allowed to leave. An organized retail crime investigator said they were responsible for multiple thefts, up to $1 million in goods from the company, including 8 thefts in Colorado, October 29th and 30th alone.
Wow.
So they've been busy on that
Busting.
stealing spree. Hyundai and Kia, this is not good for them. They're
Aw.
recalling about 208,000 vehicles for a pretty important problem. National Highway and Traffic Safety Administration said that transistors in the charging control unit may get damaged and stop charging the 12-volt, which can result in a loss of drive power. That's not good. You don't want to run out of power while you're driving. That's bad.
Another electrical vehicle problem.
Well, it's there's a lot to still work out on these that
Right.
we don't know. Ada County, Idaho has a unique idea about how to rebuild trust in elections. In the next few days, all 271,186 ballots cast on November 5th will be published on an interactive website for anyone to review.
What?
Yeah, that'll include how each ballot was tabulated. It was the brainchild of the county clerk, Trent Triple. What a name. And while other counties have published that kind of data in the past, it's the first time that's been published together. Won't have any personal information, by
okay.
the way. Here's some good news. Kate Winslet made a dream come true for a girl going blind, Lily Ray. She's 12, from Nottingham, England. She has a rare genetic condition that causes progressive vision loss. She's crowdfunding a visual bucket list before her eyesight is gone. The crowdfunding campaign caught the attention of actress Kate Winslet. She donated and hosted Lily Ray on a trip to a safari park, and she's brought attention to the campaign, enabling her to fulfill dreams like a trip to Africa, Paris, and Italy. That's pretty
Aw,
cool.
That is
Pretty
cool.
Yeah.
Here's another good news. After a Texas family's newly purchased semi-truck was stolen, Peter Montez, he's the owner of PM Fleets in Houston, stepped in to help by donating a replacement truck. I'm not talking about a pickup. I'm talking about a semi.
Dang.
He, father of three, Kerry Jordan, had used all his family's savings to buy the truck, which he planned to use as their sole source of income. Montez saw the story, was moved by it, was determined to make sure good won, and so he donated the new truck to the grateful family.
Wow.
How dope is that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we know how much those things cost.
Yeah,
Well, they're not cheap.
no.
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 When it comes to good attitudes, it says it's hard to beat the one that Tim Comerford has, the basis for Rage Against the Machine, Audio Slave, Prophets of Rage, had his life turned upside down when he was diagnosed with cancer. He said, I have cancer. I'm no longer crying about it. He's still producing music, has a nickname for himself after going through a roughly 2-year period where he didn't want to talk about his diagnosis. He says, I call myself Cancer Man. I'm in the best shape of my life. It sounds extremely rock and roll positive, but he went on to say that cancer will never be gone through. It's always going to be there. So I guess at least he has a positive attitude about it,
I
right?
mean,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you may as well live the best you can the rest of the time you
You're
got.
living.
Wicked ruled the North American box office this weekend. It took in 114 million. Damn, really?
Man.
Yes. Everybody
Really?
I know was going to see that in a couple times.
Wow.
Man.
Okay, well, good for it. It had the best global opening, a take of 164.2 million around the world. The biggest opening for Ariana Grande. Oh, she's in it?
Yeah.
Oh, who does she play in it?
Glenda.
Glenda.
The Good Witch.
The Good Witch. Okay. The other big movie that did good, Gladiator 2, it had a solid 55.5 million. The Christmas action movie with The Rock was third with 13.3 million.
Stop
You
it.
know, I went and saw it the other day. It wasn't as bad as they make it out. to
No,
be.
it wasn't.
Yeah, no, it was
It's
actually
not.
solid. Yeah,
You liked it?
yeah, no, it was pretty funny.
Okay, all right. Idris Elba apparently is joining Masters of the Universe. Yeah, everybody loves Idris, don't they?
Yes.
I mean, all the guys like him, all the ladies, you know, I mean, everybody
Yes.
loves that dude.
Mm-hmm.
He'll play Duncan, also known as Man at Arms. If you watched He-Man growing up, you know who the Man at Arms is.
Yeah. Has
Anyway,
his shirt off like the whole time.
yeah, no, I'm sure that's very exciting for you.
Mhm.
The character told by the king to create an elite force, which he decides to call Masters of the Universe, also stars Allison Brie, Nicholas Galizatine,
I don't even know
and
those
Camila
people.
Mendez. I don't
Don't
know
care.
any of those people.
Don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Just
You-
want to see Idris.
Yeah. Well, they may have some other. I don't know. He-Man may be handsome too. John Christian, a Florida tree trimmer, miraculously survived being stung over 100 times
Nope.
by a swarm of aggressive bees and falling 30 feet from a
No.
bucket.
Hell no.
No,
Yeah. After
He's-
disturbing a hive, the bees attacked.
No.
He hit the switch that trapped him, forcing him to jump. He hit a roof before he hit the ground. Despite having a bee sting allergy, he suffered no broken bones, no internal injuries. doctors called him the luckiest person in the world.
Seriously.
All that swelling saved him when he hit
Right.
the ground.
Yeah, he bounced. Is that what
Oh
it
my
was? He just
God.
bounced?
They'd
No,
have to
it's-
put me in a coma for like one of them drug induced comas for a minute. That
Oh,
shit would be
man.
so
Yes.
painful.
That's,
be
that's
horrible.
rough, man.
Oof.
Well, a weekend of football upheaval again in the NCAA. 7 top 25 teams went down and no doubt will reshape the playoffs. Number 2, Ohio State put it on number 5, Indiana, 38-15. Notre Dame handled Army, 49-14. Unranked Oklahoma took
Mhm.
down number 7, Alabama. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Oh, man.
It's
Did you
almost
see-
sad to see. 24-3.
horrible.
Did you
See,
see
man.
the videos from their post celebration? Like they weren't leaving. Like
No.
Oklahoma was on the
Oh, yeah.
field and it was just bouncing
Oh,
like a
yeah.
corn
Oh,
concert.
Yeah.
They just beat
Oh,
Alabama.
yeah, I wonder what their final.
Well,
be.
they beat this Alabama.
This
Yeah,
Alabama.
right,
This
right,
ain't Nick
right,
Saban's
right,
Alabama.
right,
you know,
right.
I wouldn't be that,
Is this
that
like the
happy.
D squad Alabama?
Still just
I mean,
looks
it's just-
weird.
It's a restart
It's
team.
hard to get used to though, seeing these numbers against
Yeah.
Alabama and stuff.
No, you've
Yeah.
seen them for a decade or better run
Yeah.
the charts, you know. Let's see. Florida upset number 9 Ole Miss 24-17. 21 Arizona State beat BYU 28-23. Auburn got by number 15 Texas A&M 43-41 in
Mm,
4 overtimes.
dang.
I
Man,
know. And Kansas beat up number 16 Colorado. Kansas unranked 37-21. Yeah, that's when you get beat by
That's
Kansas
wild.
in football. It's a bad
Time to
day.
pack
That's
it
a
up.
bad day.
That's
That's not Dion's Colorado,
no,
right?
no,
Right.
Dion, no, they're in trouble, man.
Oh, are they?
Well,
That's-
Is it-
his
is
son, Shadur Sanders, they say he pushed the ref. I guess he kind of did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he's Dion's son. I bet he pushed the ref.
No, he well,
he
apparently
just got a little excited and kind of went up and kind of, just
kind of chest.
I was like,
bumped
"What's
him.
up?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a
Well, look,
slight-
the dude, I mean,
Oh, was he
I'm
like
not-
checking him,
yeah,
or was
it
he?
wasn't
upset
like a push away push.
I'm not saying
Ah.
he should have done it. I'm saying that everybody was, piled on him and stepping on him and walking on him.
He
And he
Oh.
didn't feel like the ref was trying
Right.
to protect him, and so he jumped up
Oh.
and,
Okay.
you
That's
know,
what he thought
but
about
he
it.
shouldn't have
Tell him what
done
he
that.
thought
He
about
probably
it.
shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Prime time.
Probably shouldn't have. Third round of the playoff rankings unveiled tomorrow at about 8 p.m. Eastern time, but right now prognosticators trying to figure it out. So here's what they think. They think number 1 will be Oregon, number 2 will be Texas, number 3 Miami, Florida, and number 4 Arizona State.
Oh, you mean Arkansas's not on there?
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if says Oregon with a bye as Big Ten, Texas with a bye as SEC, Miami, Florida with a bye as ACC, and Arizona as Big 12. Where were the Buckeyes in that? It says 12 Boise State versus 5 Ohio State is what they think. 11 SMU versus Penn State, Tennessee versus Notre Dame, Indiana versus Georgia. That's probably a good game. I would think Georgia might get that one. What do you think?
Georgia.
Yeah. But I root for the SEC, obviously. All right. Let's do something a little different, shall we?
You love your adorable new baby. Don't you want to give it every advantage?
We do.
You know, it's never too early to start. Botox!
Let's go get some baby Botox. Preserve your baby's skin.
Let's go get some baby Botox.
I know what you're thinking.
You're crazy. It's just a baby.
A baby with perfect skin? How long do you think that's gonna last?
Let's go get some baby Botox.
You want your baby to be the babiest one on the playground. Wow, she doesn't look a day over 2.
Baby Botox.
You don't want other less crinkly babies laughing at it. Don't you want to be a good parent? You know, for a change. Bring your baby in now before it's too late for baby Botox.
Baby Botox.
They're gonna hate you eventually.
You
At
need
least it
that
won't
in your
be
life.
about this.
You do. You don't want to be
Yes.
caught at a holiday party with a wrinkly baby.
Wrinkly baby.
Let's see what the
Yeah.
people are saying. Latasha said, "Good morning, beautiful people. I can't wait to hear the Joe Exotic interview. That's coming up in just a little bit. Right after 7 o'clock, we'll drop that. Let's see. Hello, Jonathan DeGood said, "What's up, man? Johnny DeGood.
What's up? What's
Yeah.
up? What's up?
Man, yeah, they rocked it out. Dark from day one when they
Yes,
came in here the
yes,
other
yes,
day.
yes,
Man,
they
they
did.
just absolutely slayed it.
And he's one of the best drummers in the state, man. Every time.
Man,
Yeah.
He was
Listen
bad on
here.
that little thing.
He
he
had a
had.
little
Yeah.
box.
Oh my
Yeah.
used
God,
for the drum.
hmm
that thing was sweet.
I was watching him as I couldn't take my eyes off him, doing that. It was like that was the coolest thing I'd seen.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
that
hate
thing's
that I miss
awesome.
that.
Oh man, it
Yeah.
was good, so good. Let's see. Joe said out for a morning run, stop to clog a toilet. Hey, good for you, man.
Good job, man.
Good for you,
Rich
Joe.
Rockwell, the Bruce Buffer of Little Rock, said hello. What's up, Rich?
What's up, man?
And Darren said, cheers, brothers. What's up, man? What's up, Darren Riggin? Yeah, big things going on. Let's see. January 25th coming up. We have Arkin Brawl.
I know, I saw
Listen,
that.
this is
I
four.
like these surprises. You know, when
I
I'm
know.
scrolling Facebook, I'm like, holy shit,
Look
this
at
is what we're
that.
doing.
Yeah, I know. So right here at the Legion Scaffold Broadcast Studio Center, we will have January 25th Arkin Brawl. And that is 4 different wrestling division leagues that are going to battle for supremacy right here in our facility. We're going to have a ring set up. We're going to have bleachers set up. We're going to have free food for
Oh my God, I
everybody.
cannot wait for
And
this.
the ticket price is
Free.
Pretty free.
It's free. It's a free show. That's right.
Free.
You come out, support these guys. They are awesome. They're fun. They're laying it on the line. It is going to be a hell of a fun evening for the price of free, and that includes your hot dogs and everything. So
Free.
I want you to come out and enjoy that and have a good time with us. What else is going on? Wednesday, we will have the debut of our new segment from XFL Jim. And if you don't know XFL Jim, he's insane. He has a mullet. I'm not sure that he's right as a human. I think he's got something going on with him, and I dig it, to be honest with you, and I think you will too. So we'll debut his football segment Wednesday, and that should be a lot of fun. Now, we will be out Thursday and Friday for the holidays, so please know we will play a best of on Thursday and Friday because now we can play a best of.
We got enough content now.
Yeah, we got plenty. We got plenty. We do. And thank you guys, by the way. Things are going amazing all the way around. Our numbers continue to climb. We're so thankful. We're so grateful in every possible way. Let's do something a little different here, shall we? Let's do this. You know what? As a real estate agent, putting you with the right mortgage person is critical. One of my favorites to work with is Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage, and I'll tell you why. A lot of guys out there are stiff. They treat you like a number. Josh treats you like a friend. He's going to work through with you on everything you need. Look, he just got a pair of my clients into a home with $500 total. Yeah, paid the closing and the down payment costs all covered in there. I'm not saying that's what you're going to get, but I'm saying that's how good he is. Check him out. Give him a call, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage. If you're looking for a local mortgage guy, that's one that I recommend. If you're looking for a vehicle, how about a late model, low mileage vehicle? Go to Fitz Auto. Listen, if you want a car, a truck, an SUV, a boat, a camper, a side-by-side, they have everything that you want and then some, but don't worry about bad credit. That's what they deal with. They're their own bank. Look, you can check them out online at fitzauto.com, or you can go in person, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. Find out why we've bought 7 vehicles from Fitz Auto. They're that good. All right. So getting ready to do the Joe Exotic interview. Let me just give you a little backstory. So it took us about 2 weeks to make this happen. We had a miscommunication on a time zone the first time. And then the second time, I don't remember. Oh, they had some kind of issue at the penitentiary where that he could not get to the phone. They'd locked everything down. So yesterday, you know, we've double confirmed, and I felt extra confident when he followed us.
Oh, yeah.
On social media. I was like, hey, that's cool. You know, Joe Exotic followed us.
Right.
And so I felt very confident until the time passed yesterday, and I was sitting there. And me and Gunner, were right before I left the studio, I was like, we're done with Joe Exotic, man. We're done, man.
Right.
Because we thought, you know, he might have been yanking our chain. And so I left to go do a real estate showing, and I was just about to pull up, and I looked down, my phone's ringing, it says, federal prison. I'm like, well, hell, let me answer it and see. I don't know anybody but Joe, you know. And sure enough, it was there. I am driving down the road in West Little Rock talking to Joe Exotic on my smartphone.
Awesome.
You know, and so he was like, well, can I call back at 3? And I was like, no, absolutely you can. Yeah.
Freaking better.
And then he called and we started talking at about, I think maybe 3 minutes in, I hear something and then it just goes dead.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, did he get Busted with a
Got
phone? What
shanked.
happened, man? And you'll see in a minute what happened, which is pretty funny when he explained it. I was like, oh, okay. I never would have thought about it like that, but it was great. So it was a big win for us. You'll hear at the end that he decides that maybe he should just be calling us every week now.
That is awesome.
Yo.
Yeah, every single
Every
week.
week.
We'll be getting an update from Joe Exotic and what's going on in his world. He's going to call us every Sunday and tell us what's happening, what's going on. So now
It's wild.
Life
we-
is so good.
Tiger update.
Like,
I'm not mad. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
I'm not mad
Christmas
at all.
came early.
Right?
You know, let's now listen. He is calling on a phone from prison, and it is playing through my cell phone. So it doesn't. Next time he'll call in through the studio line, but it's not as good audio as I wanted, but it's good. It'll sound fine.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's play Joe Exotic, shall we?
Welcome.
Okay. Can you hear me, Joe?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, great, man. I'm so glad to have you on. I know that we don't have a lot of time. How long do we have, Joe?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Well, first of all, let me say thank you so much for what you did during the pandemic. I mean, the whole world was coming apart. I think you were the glue that kept us together.
Yeah, I wish I could take credit for that, man. Kind of destroyed my entire life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, everybody, is rooting for you, is wanting good things for you. I'll tell you that. So tell me this. I know that you have got a lot going on right now. What are you working on as far as a pardon? You've asked for a new pardon again, right?
Right.
So what?
And according to casinos.com, they're taking bets of who he's going to pardon in the first 108 days or 100 days.
Yeah.
And I'm number 8. So
Well-
let's keep our fingers crossed.
Well, we'll work to get it to number 1. And I know that you mentioned that you would like to have a cabinet position.
I would. He's already filled the director of agriculture. I would like to be the director of the Federal Fish and Wildlife.
Yeah, man, that would probably be amazing to have you in that position. I mean, do you really want to do that, or?
Well, if somebody has to change it, and somebody's got to stop this before more people end up in jail for nothing like I am.
Right. No doubt about it. We understand that. So what are your, attorneys doing meanwhile, in lieu of a pardon to get you out of there? Are they still working diligently to find a way to get you out?
Well, I'm on appeal right now to overturn my conviction with all that new evidence that is at the joeexoticofficial.com website.
Yeah. And that's where everybody needs to go to see more about it, is the, Joe Exotic official website, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, tell me about, well, first of all, let me say congratulations on your engagement.
Well, I appreciate it. I just hope I can keep him in America, or I'm going to have to leave America. One or the other.
Is that right? Well, so what is his release date?
May.
Okay, he gets out in May. All right.
Yeah.
And so, you guys, what's the plan as far as a wedding, things like that? Are you going to do that in prison before he goes, or what?
We're trying.
Yeah. Is it hard to be able to, I mean, do you get a lot of time together there?
We spend almost all day together. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, it's pretty open there for you. It's, where you guys can interact all the time.
Yeah. See now, what a lot of people don't understand, especially Carol Baskin, because she gloats that she has me in a cage. The place that I'm at is a medical center,
Okay.
and there's no jail cells or bars or doors. It's like an open dorm college campus.
Okay. So, more like you're just stuck on a college campus and can't leave.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about, because I know that your business team is working overtime, because I saw in the news that you were just now releasing an AI porn clone. How did that even come about? I didn't even know of such a thing.
This company just called me and asked me if I would represent them.
Yeah.
So I was like, hell yeah, I'll do anything to make money right now because I'm broke as fuck.
I hear you. I hear you. Can anybody send money via your website or on your books? I said, can anybody send you money? Oh, I think we just lost Joey.
A few moments later.
Sorry about that.
Hey, that's all right, Joe. I understand, man. I figured something probably happened.
Well, there's 300 people and 6 phones and fucking they argue with their wives and they beat the phones so the fucking cords short out and everything.
Oh, damn, man. That's crazy, buddy. That's crazy.
The whole fucking system is crazy.
Man, it is. So you were talking about your AI porn clone. You said they called you because, they were interested in you representing them.
Yeah. And so they took, back in 2013, I used to be a model for Playgirl. So
Yeah.
they took some of those pictures and cloned me. And then, I had to call and read a script. And that's how they got my voice. So
Okay.
I said, whatever it takes to pay the lawyers.
No doubt about it. I mean, I would do the same thing if they called me and I'm not even in prison. You know what I mean? By the way, I want to tell you this before, anything else might interrupt us. I was talking to my producer, and so, we have that line with voicemail. Anytime you want to leave us a message, you can leave as many as you want, Joe. We will play them over the air to get the word out on anything you need. So just know that's available to you, and I will play every single voicemail you send us, and you can do it anytime that you want.
When you say over there, what are you doing?
Well, as far as on our show, releasing it online, releasing it on air, just getting the word out for you. So if you ever need to leave a voicemail, if you just during the week think of something or something happens and you want to get the word out.
All the time.
Well, feel free to leave us voicemails and we'll run it every day like a segment. I don't care, Joe. I want to get the word out.
What's the name of your show?
It's Patrick and the People.
And it's on TV or just the internet?
No, it's everywhere, man. It's streams live. It's on Audible. It's on Amazon. It's on Spotify. It streams in about 30 locations. We are literally all over the place, Joe.
But I'll try and call you like once a week.
Yeah, man. We'd love to have you on,
Dude, there's so many issues. What's going on in here, Patrick, is so wrong.
Yeah? Well, tell me about it.
It's wrong, man. There's more bullshit drugs in here than there is out there.
I've heard that.
And the guards are the ones bringing it in. You can take a construction worker, a brain surgeon, a doctor, a teacher, and let them go to work for 8 hours, and they might carry a briefcase, or a lunch pail with that.
Yeah.
A single prison guard carries a backpack that probably weighs 100 pounds.
Just bringing in contraband?
And carrying shit home, stealing shit.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. And the mold and the algae and the rats and the filth is just crazy.
You mean it's got rats and filth in it? Where you're at?
Just in 3 weeks, I've caught 25 rats on glue traps under my bed.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. And the first thing Trump needs to do when he gets in office is anybody that qualifies to go to a camp. You know what a federal camp is?
What is a federal camp?
It's like an apartment complex with no fence around it.
Oh, okay.
But you're not allowed to leave.
I got you.
Anybody that qualifies to go to one, just should go home and get a job.
Yeah.
And start supporting your family. Because the billions of dollars that y'all out there are paying for people to stay in a camp, dude, is bullshit.
So it's you feel like it's just wasting taxpayer money.
It is because look, if you don't come here a crackhead, you're probably gonna leave here a crackhead.
Really? It's that bad?
It's that bad.
Man, that's sad to hear, man. You hate hearing things like that.
It is. So So, like I got a 21-year sentence.
Right.
For what? For what? Okay. They've all admitted to perjury. They admitted to a plot to kill me. Why am I even here? Okay. And not to mention 21 years.
Right. No, it seems egregious, number one, and we have seen the information, and it does seem to me that there's something wrong here.
There's something bad wrong.
Yeah.
Something bad.
So this appeal that's coming up, when is the next hearing on that or trial?
Okay, well, the way appeals work is, okay, we filed our appeal, then we filed our brief with all the new evidence. Okay, the government has 30 days to respond.
Okay.
And their 30 days should be up like any day, right?
Okay. So they could respond in any way. They could respond with yes, they could respond with no, or anything in between.
They could respond with, hey, why don't we just do time served and let them go home? Or they could try and take me back to trial.
Yeah.
Which they're never going to do that because their witnesses have already admitted to perjury.
Okay. So do you feel optimistic that this appeal may work?
Well, I mean, if it doesn't, I'm going to die in here because we have enough evidence to prove that I'm innocent.
Yeah. So you say, in other words, you've got the evidence. If you don't get out, it's only because they're not going to let you out.
Right.
Now, that would be a damn shame.
And that's why I need Trump.
No, I understand that. I understand why you're trying to get to him for sure. Well, we definitely want to help amplify that message for you, Joe, and get it out there to people so they know what the hell to do to help you. I mean, are there petitions out there? Are there ways that these folks can, reach them and tell them, hey, we want you to do something?
If you push the website, the joeexoticofficial.com.
Yes, sir.
There's an evidence link there. There's a petition link there.
Okay.
There's everything you need is from that website.
At the joeexoticofficial.com location.
Right.
So,
and then I'll have the girls send you a GoFundMe that we have set up.
Great.
Because, a lot of people think that I'm just loaded because of Tiger King, but people don't realize I didn't get paid for Tiger King. I
Well,
was in jail 2 years before Tiger King was filmed.
not only that, but I'm sure that attorneys have to be paid for and all of these things.
Yeah, that. So what I'm trying to do is just raise $1,900 for Christmas. So me and George can each buy our groceries for November and December and $400 for the official wedding.
Okay. So $1,900 is the goal right now. I bet we can help with that, I'm sure.
It's not like I'm asking for $1 million,
No, that's a pretty small ask as far as they go, Joe. I'm not going to lie to you. That's pretty reasonable there.
It's pretty crazy, but
What?
then I cannot get anybody to donate. It's crazy.
Well, let me see if maybe we can help out a little bit with that. Now, Joe, what kind of food do you guys get there?
It's crap. Most of it is expired. And believe it or not, yeah.
Wow.
I'm saying expired by like 8-9 months.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then the food that we do eat, a kindergartner at daycare gets more of a portion than we do here. It's like these guards think that it's coming out of their paycheck, but what's happening is they're carrying it all home.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's terrible, man.
Yeah.
Now, what about as far as, I mean, clearly, at least you do have some access to the outside world, which is good. Is that helping some to help you?
Well, I do probably an interview or two a day, which helps a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's keeping my name out there. Because, they used to keep me shut up. They kept my phone privileges taken away.
Right.
I couldn't use an email or none of that. Where now I can at least do phone interviews. And actually, they just started approving people to come in and interview me. You really need to get on the Federal Medical Center website in Fort Worth.
Okay.
And fill out a press thing.
Okay.
And so far, nobody's came to talk to me.
Well, I tell you what, I'll go on there and fill it out and come talk to you.
I would love for you to come just sit down and visit with me.
Well, hell yeah, I will. Yeah, you say I have to go to the Fort Worth Medical Center site?
Website and fill out the press thing, yeah.
Okay. All right, I will get that done this week. We'll get that filled out and see if we can get approved on that list to get in there and, talk to you in person, get that set up where we can broadcast that across the world.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. I'd love that. That'd be a great thing to do, Joe. All right.
Cool.
So,
But yeah, have you not watched the videos of all of the people admitting to perjury?
I haven't seen that, to be honest with you. That's one of the things I have not seen. When you said that, I was a little bit taken aback because I was unaware they had done that.
Yeah, when you get on that website, go to the evidence link and watch the videos. You'll question yourself. Why the hell is this man still in prison?
Well-
Why have none of these people been charged?
Yeah.
The hitman even went one step further and took my lawyers and Netflix to the zoo and showed them where he hid a murder weapon. Their original plan was to kill me.
Wow. That's insane, man. And you know what? I'm not shocked to hear that because I did watch the documentary and I did see some of the stuff that happened and it didn't make sense to me. It's never made sense to me, to be honest with you. I've always thought that you were railroaded, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't understand. All of this so you can't pet a baby tiger in there.
Well, it seems ludicrous, to be honest. I mean, we all know you never even got there. It was never even a reality that an attempt on a life happened. And it's all been a lot of conjured up stuff.
Well, who the hell even thinks you can drive to Florida and stalk somebody and drive back and kill them on $3,000?
No, that's not a very good budget for murder. It's a little low on the budget list, you know. You probably made that much for a tiger cub and then some.
Shit.
You know, why would you want, come on, man,
Go watch those videos.
All right.
And next Sundays at 11 o'clock is a good time for me.
All right.
So how about just plan on expecting me to call you every Sunday at 11?
I love that. Let's do it every Sunday at 11 o'clock. We're going to do a call. We're going to do an update, and I'm going to get this thing filled out on the website for you so I can come down there personally, and we'll do an in-person video interview.
That would be amazing.
All right. All right, Joe.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Have a
Take
great
care, man.
day. Bye-bye, buddy.
You too.
And there you go. That was Joe Exotic, live from the penitentiary right there, man. And what a great, interesting call that was, huh? What do you think, Amanda?
I love it. I formally request to be able to go with you.
You want to go on that road trip?
I want to go on that road trip.
All right. Well, we'll get a team together to go on that road trip. I'm definitely going to get that set up this week. Look, we did post his GoFundMe. He's trying to get $1,900. He said for food for a couple months and I guess $400 for his wedding. So look, if you got $1 or $2 and you like Joe Exotic and you're entertained by him, he's going to be here every week. Throw him a couple bucks or something if you can. I mean, help the guy out. He literally is broke, and you can't say he's not entertaining. That's for damn sure.
No.
Even over the phone. So let me reintroduce some people who are sitting down now. We've swapped out just a little bit here. To my left is Bryce Moore, a local comedian. When I say local, you perform a lot in the Jonesboro area. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's right. Jonesboro and Memphis.
Okay. And so you are up and coming. Are you doing open mic at places? Are you performing feature, headline? What do you do?
I'm not headlining yet. Please. I'm not headlining yet. No, I open mic a lot. I usually try to make it to one a week in Memphis because gas is expensive.
Sure, yeah. No, it sure is.
We have we actually have 3 monthly mics in Jonesboro. One at Skinny J's, one at Cregan's that we might be losing soon, so don't quote me on that one. And then one at Recovery Room.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the Recovery Room.
At the Recovery Room downtown.
That's like a sober place, right?
No, they sell alcohol. It's it's more like a coffee shop, but they sell alcohol.
But that's called the Recovery Room. What an interesting name.
I thought that too. But
I would have thought that was a 12-step program.
We do have shows there too. NEA Comedians is sort of the group that runs the life support scene in Jonesboro. But we have comedy shows at Recovery Room. They're really good to us over there.
That's awesome.
We
That's
love
awesome.
them, yeah.
That's awesome. Who inspired you as a comedian?
As a comedian, so my comedy influences mainly are the blue collar guys. Foxworthy, Ron White, Larry the Cable Guy. Bill
Okay.
Engvall, yeah.
Okay. Kind of a broad family oriented
Yeah.
type thing. A lot of observation stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was into. And then in high school, I got more into George Carlin, Richard Pryor,
Uh-huh.
and later on, I picked up like Christopher Titus, Craig Ferguson, Gabriel Iglesias, lots of guys.
Yeah, I like George Carlin a lot. He was a pretty sharp cat. And
Oh,
real,
yeah.
real good. Real
Made
good.
the audiences think.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
He was just a special character.
Yeah.
You know, he was.
And then as far as like the imaging and all that kind of stuff, actually my influence comes from Kiss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite band. And I think I'm wearing a Kiss shirt underneath here. Yeah, rock and roll over.
Well, there you go, baby.
Yeah,
Rock and roll all night and part of every day, right?
that's right.
And to my right over here is a longtime friend of mine and a comedian who has been working in this market and all over the country, I believe, for the past many years. Maybe one of the greatest comedy names in history, especially in the past 10 years. Seth Dees, Dees, like Dees nuts.
Yeah, that's me, man. Yeah, I've been at it since 09.
I know, man. You've been doing this a long time, buddy.
Long time, and I'm still here in beautiful, crime-free Arkansas.
Yeah, that's right, baby. Welcome, welcome home. Yeah.
And man, getting started, you were like one of the heavy hitters of stand-up in Little Rock back in the day.
Well, you know, we kind of got lucky, to be honest with you, Seth.
I disagree with that. I remember, like, I use you as an example, Patrick, when I'm talking to new comics that are like, how do I break the mold? How do I set myself apart? And I say things like, there's a guy named Patrick, Angry Patrick. He would call into radio stations and just rant about the things that were making him pissed off that week.
Yeah.
And eventually you grew a following, the Angry Army. And then
The
anywhere you
Anger
went,
Army back then. Yeah, that's what I called them. Uh-huh.
you just say where you're going to be on the weekend and it would pack out. It was cool, man.
It was good times, you know. I enjoyed doing it, and I've always enjoyed working, you know, with all the different comedians like yourself. We had, you know, at one point we had some great competitions. We did a lot of stuff. I haven't done, you know, stand up in 2 or 3 years, but I would like to do that again here soon, for sure. Now you've got an event. Is it tonight?
Tonight we're doing a live roast battle at the Joint
Really?
Comedy Theater. Yeah.
Okay. Now how does that work?
So I'm a co-host of a podcast called the Partially Cooked Podcast.
Okay.
And all month we interview 4 comedians that are going to be on the podcast. And we
Okay.
ask them very intrusive questions about
Yeah.
their lives,
Okay.
about their experience in stand-up. And then the comedians get together at the Joint once a month. Tonight they're going to do their stand-up sets. And then after that, they're going to roast each other. It's tournament-based, and there's an actual medal heavyweight championship belt.
Oh, really?
Yes. The
Now,
current,
so is it like in rounds where they go head to head?
Yes, they'll go head-to-head. Everyone kind of goes.
So
we're trying-
Eminem style, 8 Mile style.
Exactly. Don't choke, B-Rabbit. Like, we need
Yeah.
you. They do 5 jokes
Okay,
each, and
so-
then the audience chooses. We also have a decibel reader. And then, you know, my co-host Bear and we also kind of pick our favorite because, you know, sometimes you just bring your own people. and
Yeah.
You don't have to tell a jokes if you got 50 people in the audience. you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So this kind of keeps people from just showing up without jokes.
So you know, you have your first 2 come in, they go head to head.
Right.
It very much like I guess the Jeff Ross roast battles,
Very
similar in style
yes.
to that.
Very heavily.
Now, do you have a
inspired by that.
wave? The wave. If you've ever seen Jeff Ross's roast battle, one of the things I do love the most about that show is that group, the Wave, that jumps up and does,
Nope.
you know, the physical stuff in between.
No, we don't do anything like that. We do like we usually have a guest comic come up and do a set, and then the
Okay.
comics that are roasting each other, they'll go up and do 7 minutes.
Right, right. So they perform, yeah.
Exactly. And then you know, with the Joint, we were doing it at the Looney Bin for a long time. Loved the Looney Bin, excellent spot. It's just with the Joint, we were able to be a little more interactive. Like
Yeah.
I'm bringing a intro video. I'm bringing like a joke counter.
Yeah,
gonna-
a
we're-
little more multimedia.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
so love the Looney Bin. That's where I took the stage for the first
Where you
time.
cut your teeth at,
Exactly. And I cut a lot of teeth there.
yeah.
And then, but you know, the Joint, love the Looney Bin, but the Joint's got pictures of the local comics up in the back room.
Oh,
you know
that's
what
cool.
I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they kind of celebrate the locals, what
it's-
you're
it's
saying.
true. You know, don't get me wrong. The Looney Bin is so supportive of local comedy. Wayne up
Yeah,
there,
Wayne's good people.
he does like a local showcase once a month, gets
Yeah.
make sure the comics are taking turns, and if there's never any doubt how you're doing at the Looney Bin, because Wayne will tell you immediately how you're doing at the Looney
I
Bin.
get that from Wayne. You know, I've recently gotten to know him a little better, and I get that he's a pretty straight shooter.
There's no gray area with that.
Seth, who inspired you in comedy as far as stand-up artists who were famous at the time you were growing up?
Man, I've been watching stand-up since I could walk. And the ones that really stick out to me as a child were Brian Regan.
Oh, okay.
Brian Regan.
He's a great comedian.
Yeah, he's a comedian's comedian.
He really is. You know, he's a craftsman.
Right.
He is pretty family friendly, like
Yeah.
Gaffigan.
Exactly.
You know, and he's got a great repertoire.
Absolutely. You can take your kids to go see Brian Regan.
Yeah.
I loved Nick Swardson. Nick Swardson was on Comedy Central Presents at 22 years old.
Yeah.
So,
I like Nick Swardson. I've always liked him, you know, through his affiliation with Happy Madison and, you know, everything that he does there. Matter of fact, I love Grandma's Boy. That's a funny movie to me.
It's a funny story. Bill,
It's a really good movie.
he connected with Adam Sandler because Adam Sandler was at home watching his Comedy Central Presents special.
Really?
And said, I want to work with that guy.
Is that right?
And found him, and now they're best buds.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That's a cool
Just
story.
be funny. That's like the real rule of stand-up. It's all these like politically correctness. Like, can you say this? Can you say that? You can say whatever the hell you want as long as you're funny.
Yeah, you know,
what I mean?
I think that's the rule that's been talked about a lot recently. Is you can be 49% offensive and 51% funny, you win.
All
But
this
if you
political
flip it-
correctness is going away, man. This woke era, which I respected it because you'd hear so many old dog comics be like, I can't say what I want to say. It's just, no, you're saying horrible things that aren't funny. You've got to be able to be funny and say horrible things.
Yeah, you know, Anthony Jeselnik is a great example of saying horrible things and being very funny.
He's actually got a really good interview. I think it was with Theo Vaughn, where he says that the trick to comedy is getting away with it.
Yeah, that is
You
the
know what I
trick
mean?
to
And if
comedy.
you go up on stage, people see your special, and you say that thing that just everyone's mad at, you didn't get away with it.
No, that's usual. Now, I'll say this: you do have to break some eggs to make an omelet, and sometimes people get offended. But typically, if you're a craftsman, if you're good, then you know you are going to look. Daniel Tosh does it very well too.
Right.
He tells a joke. It's an abortion joke, and I'm not a fan generally of those jokes, to be honest with you. But he does it so well in the I think it's Happy People.
Yes.
Is the name of that set, and it's just one of the greatest deliveries I've ever seen in my life. And he does it in this very non-threatening, charming, cute way, you know, and gets away with it.
Yes,
So
very
it just
cute.
depends on how you position it. I've known comedians who like that shock value.
Yes.
And I think there's a place for it, of course. But I think it has to be balanced, you know?
Right. It's so crazy, audiences, man. You never know because
No, that's damn sure.
my co-host Bear, he's a pretty dark comic, but he's
Yeah.
so funny. It's so hilarious, and you'll see audience that like they're ready to buy his shirts. They're ready to subscribe and see every one of his shows. And then sometimes you see audiences that are like, I didn't like the stuff about babies.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't like that.
Yeah, no, and we talk about selective outrage. You know,
Right.
those are people who, you know, they're never offended until you talk about cancer or until you talk about this, you know, because it seems personal to them. But in comedy, there's no, everything's fair.
Right.
Now, let me, since I've got a couple comedians sitting here with me, and Bryce, scooch in just a little bit here, so folks, there you go, so they can see you. Did you hear? Did you guys hear that Cat Williams just bought an old military base in Alabama with 3 million square feet of inside space and I don't know 100+ acres of land, and he's going to build his own studio like Tyler Perry.
I had not heard that. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. He wants to be a movie mogul. He purchased an old military base in Alabama. It's Fort McClellan, and it's some Cold War era barracks that had been up for sale for about $1.5 million, which is a bargain.
Yeah.
It's just known as Starships locally. The barracks and the property consist of 30 concrete buildings, 3 million square feet indoors. 10 barracks with 20 rooms each, 2 large gyms, more than 90 acres of usable land on the old Fort McClellan site. and he's turning that all into a movie studio.
Nice.
Fort Pimpin', baby. Come on out. Come on out and get famous
look.
at Fort Pimpin'.
Cat Williams is, I would put him and Dane Cook alone as far as stage presence goes. They are the top of the food chain. Now, whether you like either of them or not is irrelevant. Their energy, what they give to you on the stage, is unrivaled.
Yeah, they leave it all up there.
Yeah, and now I do like Cat Williams better.
Right.
But I do like both of them.
Dane Cook kind of changed the game on stand-up. If you remember back in
Well,
the
yeah,
day.
he did it on MySpace. He was the first internet guy. A lot of people hated him for that
Right.
because
Went
he didn't
punk
go.
rock with his advertising.
Yeah,
He got on Napster, and he would put his tracks on Napster, but he would tag like Metallica and Nirvana.
Oh, did
So
he?
you search for
That's
them.
pretty funny.
His stuff would come up, and it was just
That's
brilliant.
guerrilla marketing,
Right.
yeah. But what he did do is he bypassed the circuit, and at that time nobody bypassed the circuit, so everybody was very angry in the comedy world, which was just some petty bullshit. But Bryce, are you a fan of Cat Williams?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a pretty big fan of Cat Williams.
Yeah. What about Dane Cook? Do you like him at all?
I've only seen just a couple clips of Dane Cook, so
Yeah.
I need to explore him a little more.
Yeah, his early sets. There's one. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but he does it. It's in the round.
It's just circle.
That's it.
That's it.
That is it. And watch that. That's a clinic
Yeah.
on
That's a
stage
really good one.
presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's in the middle of
It's
of an
a
arena.
round
I
stage.
think I've seen a clip from that where he's talking about an atheist who told a guy, "God
Yes.
bless you." and-
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've seen
because
that,
I'm not
but-
the Lord.
Yeah, that's a great skit. You were a fan of were you a fan of Dane or
Oh,
Cat?
dude, he changed my personality for a while. For a while, I would just walk around just going, chicken tendies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Dane Cook, man, he's something
Yeah,
else.
sorry for all
Did
my
anybody
friends
see
and family.
him when he came?
He
to North
came
Little
here.
Rock? Mhm.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
that he came here. I'm
He
sad
came
to say that.
here. I think it was maybe Altel or Verizon at the time. I don't remember. It was 2010, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was 2009, 2010, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, well, I know he's gotten a lot darker. I don't know. I haven't listened
think
to
it's just an
anything
age
most
thing.
recent.
Yeah, his
Maybe it
brother
is.
stole like $7 million from him.
Yeah,
so
that'll make you dark.
Get dark
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah, $7 million stolen by your brother make you real damn dark. I'd probably be next to Joe Exotic right now.
Right.
All right, let's do something a little bit different. While I've got these comedians at my helm, I'm going to want to bring Luke and Chad back up here in a minute, but let's do this first. Yes, the album drops soon.
This is the segment, not like the other. People do stupid shit, you say, oh brother. Hey, it's not a copy or a clone of any previous bit. But if you think so, hey, we don't give a shit. Yeah. Wackadoo, in the news.
That's right. Wackadoos in the news, baby. Let's do this. This comes out of the Netherlands. You know that drugs come in a lot of shapes and
Oh my
sizes.
God.
Every now and again, you come across something extraordinary. That's what the police said about finding a garden gnome made completely of MDMA.
Whoa.
The gnome himself was visibly shocked by it. The police found the gnome among a large batch of drugs seized in the area because the little statue weighed nearly 2 kilos. They decided to get it tested, and they found out it was made completely of Molly.
Wow.
They didn't say
How
exactly.
big was it?
Well, I mean, all I know is 2 kilos.
2 kilos.
Yeah, they didn't say exactly where and when the bust was made, but they cover, well, it doesn't matter, the municipalities, but made purely of the party drug, which meant he's ditching the garden for the nightclub. Yeah, that's what it says. MDMA, also known as ecstasy. So, you know, that's a lot of it. Somebody.
Also known as my entire teenage and early 20 years.
That was the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a lot of
90s
people.
ruled.
The 90s had a lot of that going on, didn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, let's see. Oh, this is great. A St. Louis man who police saw walking to his car with about $500 worth of stolen Red Bull led
What?
officers on pursuit where they went over 120 miles an hour.
For Red Bull.
Yeah, that's right. And they charged
Mhm.
Anthony Simpson, 33, with felony aggravated fleeing, as well as stealing and driving with a revoked license. He is sitting in on about 50,000 cash only bond. But the O'Fallon police said officers were looking for Simpson on an active warrant, familiar with his prior stealing patterns, which apparently consisted of getting Red Bull from supermarkets. He's been previously convicted of stealing 3 other times. This dude loves Red Bull, man. They should sponsor him or something, man. But they saw him walk into his car with a loaded shopping cart of Red Bull at the Schnucks at Darden Crossing, and they said he had $500 worth. Police say Simpson lost control of the vehicle, crashed into a concrete barrier, then wouldn't get out until police fired pepper balls at him. All resistance then ceased, it says.
That's hilarious. Is he like doing like a bodega, like a you know, I don't know, like running a little
Like a little
bodega
resale
out of his
thing?
house or something? Yeah,
No,
something like that.
Heart.
Man,
It's got to be like a Kroger. Or
I've got a friend that's addicted to Red Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time he tries to stop, he goes through like
That's
really
bad.
horrific withdrawals.
That's not good, you
It's
know.
not good.
Red Bull.
It's not.
Okay.
I've never heard of pepper balls.
I just
You never heard of pepper
Really?
balls?
Oh, it
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
delicious.
No, it definitely is decidedly undelicious, I promise you. Let's see. This is interesting. An OnlyFans star known as the world's most sexually active woman says one Lone Star
Boring.
metropolis boasts America's most amorous men. She's Australian-born Annie Knight.
that makes
Traveled to
sense.
the U.S. this year, betting guys in Boston, L.A., New York, New Orleans, Orlando, and more.
Something else from Australia trying to kill you.
That's right. Yeah, you know something's in there trying to get you. She said, I really, really like guys in Houston.
I bet
She was nearly reached her goal of sleeping with 600 men this year. Well, that's special. Nothing like being number 599, huh?
Goodness, that's like 3 a day.
I saw this on TikTok. There was a guy who left his wife to go do this.
No,
go meet her and
his
sleep with
wife's
her.
lucky then that she knows now what
Yeah,
she's got.
absolutely.
No,
Yeah,
that's
good for her.
It's hard to beat the bandwagon, guys.
Right.
Yeah, I know, right? Australian Disney star Andre Rirakura removed a snake from his flight, earning him a free drink as a reward. Listen, if I get a snake off my flight, you better give me a lot more than that. I want some miles, baby. Speaking to, guess what, Australia's news, he shared before his Virgin Airline flight to Perth, a passenger yelled about a snake being aboard. The initial takeoff time was pushed back as the crew tried to figure out how to handle it. Metal roof. What is this? Oh, I don't know what that is. They said they pretty much shut the whole plane down. Everyone was going to get disembarked and sent off the plane, which we weren't that keen for because everyone wanted to go home.
Yeah.
He says it's a little bit of a weird story to think it's true, to hear there was a snake on the plane, so a lot of people didn't believe it. But he apparently starred in a Disney Australia thing, said he saw the snake, it was non-poisonous, and he just grabbed it, and that was that.
I'm
So-
tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Yeah.
What about all the snakes that got out on 65th and University? I wonder whatever happened to them.
Man, you were telling me about that this morning, that there was like a car accident.
There was a wreck at 4 o'clock in the morning, like Friday or Saturday, and a bunch of snakes slithering on South University and 65th.
So they had a wreck. They had a bunch of snakes in the car. Snakes
Yeah.
start getting out.
Yeah.
The cops have to call and ask for somebody
Yeah.
to come and get the
And
snake.
our animal control doesn't handle that. I don't know
Who
what
does?
I don't know what our animal control.
The Pied Piper?
I mean, I don't. Well, you know what? When I was in college, I actually worked for an NGO or did internship for Reptile Rescue Center. It was like the only NGO that did anything with reptiles here.
Huh.
They're not incorporated anymore, but you know.
Australian men need to calm down, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
everything's
they're already
trying to kill
sexy
you.
enough, and they're coming in here just like, what are we gonna do about this plane?
Yeah, they're
Oh, it's fine. I've got it. And I've got my wedding ring on, too.
back in 1970, a futuristic human washing machine called the ultrasonic bath caused a sensation at the Japanese World Expo. The egg-shaped pod, developed and exhibited by Sanyo, it's now known as Panasonic Holding Corp. When someone climbed inside, it would fill with hot water, blast them with ultrasound waves, release massage balls. 50 years later, this invention's making a comeback with an upgrade. It didn't really take off in 1970, but now they're going to make this human washing machine. Yeah, so it ditches the egg shape for something that resembles a jet fighter with a transparent canopy that opens from the back. Once you settle in, monitors your vitals to ensure perfect wash temperature. Even an AI system that analyzes if you're calm or excited. It projects visuals inside of it, and then it washes you while you sit in it, and I assume are entertained and mesmerized in this weird sit-down shower gizmo.
Share that with Joe because you could get some of his AI.
Oh, yeah, some
imaging.
AI porn
Yeah.
into it. No,
Yeah.
that's great.
I mean, you're,
That
enjoying yourself.
The picture of the device looks a lot like the suicide pods.
It does. It might be, as a matter of fact. Good double duty.
Just fills with water.
Let's see. To some, this might be a miracle. To others, just sloppy work by medical professionals. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, let me save that one. No, you don't get that one now. That's later. That's going to be a good one. Oh, here we go. Fine booze might sound, or free booze might sound like a good idea normally. Yeah. But you got to consider your surroundings. In Bing Bing, Laos, a popular tourist town, they say, 6 people got methanol poisoning from drinking homemade vodka and suffered temporary blindness from the methanol.
That's what's up.
Yeah, the methanol is commonly found in paint thinner
Yeah.
and windshield washer
Yeah.
fluid. Not good. Not good for you.
Dang. Was it dang dang?
Yeah. Let's see. A Jeep Wrangler can cover all kinds of terrain, but road closed signs still up for a reason. In Guerneville, California, heavy rains have been overwhelming and have seen the banks of Mark West Creek overflow. Emergency officials say 2 vehicles had to be rescued from floodwaters. In one case, a couple driving a Wrangler, quote, made a bad decision.
Yeah, it's a Jeep thing. You wouldn't understand.
That's right. They drove past the warning signs, learned the hard way. They effed around and found out. That's what happened. They got rescued by the Sonoma County Fire District before they were swept into the river.
Yeah, just because you have 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive doesn't mean they actually know how to use it.
No,
Like,
All those rubber ducks on your dashboard
Yeah.
aren't going to help you float.
no, they definitely won't. Let's see. A pub in Southampton, UK, has a unique Christmas dinner for festive nudists this December.
Finally.
Because nothing like having your balls out while you eat,
yeah.
and for everyone to see.
Makes everybody
Yeah.
hungry.
No, absolutely.
Gobble, gobble.
The event at Mills Arms will allow attendees to enjoy a 3-course festive meal in the back room, which includes its
Back
own bar
room.
and toilets. Regular patrons don't have to mingle with the nudes, but they will need to exercise caution because dishes like steaming soup will be served. No, you won't. Not near mine. The dinner scheduled for December 14th offers 2- and 3-course options. Said it's fully self-contained, so it'll be possible to be naked through the whole event. It was encourage guests to travel with public transport so they could enjoy drinks. By the way, they will have vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options.
Well, they want them to use public transport.
Yeah.
To get, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm glad that it's only 2 or 3-course meal options instead of like a 6 or 8
Right,
course.
right.
It might get a little uncomfortable.
It could get real uncomfortable.
I'll probably get the vegan option. Looks like there's going to be plenty of meat available.
I would
Yeah, no, there's
definitely
a lot
do
of meat
the-
there free. Yeah, free
Definitely
meat.
do the gluten free so that nobody's like crop dusting anybody in there.
wow.
You know,
Good, yeah.
like y'all behave.
A Florida woman, Marlena Velez, was arrested after posting a TikTok video flaunting a haul of allegedly stolen items from Target.
Girl, you stupid.
She used a counterfeit barcode at the self-checkout to steal 16 items worth $500. Police saw through the surveillance, a video of her wearing the same outfit as in the security tape.
Oh,
Yeah, never wear the outfit you stole to the place you stole it from.
Do better.
That's a bad call. All right, and finally, Davenport, Florida man, he, Michael Kona, accidentally shot himself in the leg. It led to his arrest on firearm possession charges and an outstanding warrant. He claimed that somebody walked up and shot him for no reason while he was out walking, but deputies went, this guy's lying. Yeah, the witnesses say he's lying. They reviewed the evidence. He was a felon with 6 felony convictions, so he wasn't supposed to have a gun. And he demonstrated probably why he shouldn't have had a gun.
that reminds me of a story my dad told me a long time ago. A friend of his that he went to school with, or no, that he worked with, said that he got shot by a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
He said he was out
Hell
hunting,
yeah.
out in the woods, out hunting, and a Bigfoot came out, took his gun from him, shot him in the leg and in the shoulder, and handed him his gun back and left.
That's
That is what he told my dad.
That's
Bro.
what he told him. I
That's
wonder
what he
who
told
shot
everybody.
him.
Was he out there tending the still or the sill
Well, my
or
dad-
whatever it is?
My dad said this
Moonshine?
guy wasn't very intelligent.
No shit.
Sounds like maybe
So,
there was
you know.
sounds like maybe there was a problem. Bryce, tell everybody again, if they wanted to find more about you, your comedy,
Oh, gosh.
where would they go for that?
So I'm on YouTube. You can find me if you search Bryce Moore Comedian or Bam's Up Comedy. That's BAM''D-up comedy, like stand up but Bam, as I like to tell people. That's my YouTube show. Every Monday, if I have new material, I record myself doing the material in my apartment.
Okay.
Sort of simulate a comedy show
Yeah.
in my apartment. That's where I started with all
That's
this.
cool. Well, that's a good concept. It's a good
Yeah,
way
it
to
was an
put it
idea.
out there.
It was an idea. And then when I don't have new material figured out, I'll just I record every open mic and every show and all that. So I'll try to put out good footage on Mondays.
Okay.
So like today, I'm putting out footage from either High Tone in Memphis or Recovery Room in Jonesboro, just depending on what we'll upload to my Google Drive, so I can edit it.
Fair enough. Fair
online.
enough.
But yeah, there's that, and then I'm on TikTok as well. Everything that comes out on YouTube also comes out on TikTok. On Wednesdays, I do Things Bryce Thinks About. On Thursdays, it's Bam News, which is 2 news stories with jokes, sort of like Weekend Update or like George Carlin's old news stories.
Okay, yeah.
And on Fridays, it's Funny Friday, just a street joke. So if anybody has a Funny Friday joke they would like to give me, I will happily accept it. Submissions.
All right, great. Seth, again, you've got an event tonight,
Tonight
right?
we're at the Joint, 8 p.m. If you bring, it's a toy drive. If you bring a new toy, you get in half off, so it's only $5.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good deal. So you're going to get several comedians performing 5 to 7 minutes plus the roast battle, right?
It's a 90-minute show. We fill
that's
up
awesome.
every minute of it, and it is, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I've been watching roasts since I was a kid, and we are on par with those Comedy Central.
Yeah,
roasts.
I'd
We
love
are-
to one day get in on
Oh,
some
I'd
of
love
that
to have you as
action.
a guest judge.
Yeah, I'd love to get in on that
Come in
action.
and just,
Yeah, that'd be fun. Why don't we get that done? Seth,
Absolutely.
also, let's tell people, how can they find you particularly and what you've got going on?
I'm all over the place. I'm on TikTok. That's where I'm trying to put the most energy at
Okay.
at D&D's, Dungeons and Dragons, but D's. And then on Instagram at Seth Dees on Facebook. But then I've got a podcast with my co-host Bear, another powerhouse comic. He's, in my opinion, one of the funniest comics in the South.
That's awesome.
We do a show called the Partially Cooked Podcast. It's on YouTube. We are almost at 200 subscribers, so it would really mean a lot if you go click the like button.
Excellent. Well, yeah, everybody can get out there and get you a like and get that going. That'd be awesome.
And all our old roast battles are online for free, so you can check them out and
That's
watch
cool.
the previous
Well,
ones.
then you can see, hey, that's what I'm going to see tonight. That'd be
Right.
excellent. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see, again, it is adult language, adult material, and we are mean as hell. We are so mean.
That's the way it should be on a roast. All right. Well, thank you guys. I'm going to swap y'all out with Luke and Chad real quick, if y'all don't mind. Thank you guys for coming in. Just
Thank
have
you
a
for
seat over
having
there.
me,
We'll see if we can get you back in again here in a little bit. Okay. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just stay and hang out, man. All right. Get everybody back up here, and we will talk about some other things here that I think are of interest to us. So. This is kind of an interesting thing here. Tell me what you think about it. The unchecked. Let's see what. Hold on. Okay, so in Denmark, they are now implementing the world's first tax on agricultural emissions. That includes flatulence from livestock. Yeah, you heard me. Cow and pig farts are going to be taxed in Denmark.
Oh man.
How do they gauge that?
Well,
they got away, I'm sure.
Yes, the agreement comes after months of negotiations between the country's parties, along with farmers, industry, trade unions, environmental groups. They call it the Green Tripartite Agreement, but it says from 2030, farmers will have to pay $43 a ton of methane as the carbon dioxide equivalent on emissions from livestock, including cows and pigs, which will rise to about 100 in 2035. Do you think that the cow farts that we should be taxing them? Do you think that'll do it?
I mean, they tax everything else.
Yeah, that is true. They do tax everything else. What do you think? Yeah, no, that's exactly what I think right there, Amanda. Luke?
you just see like some poor dude walking down the street just trying to hold it in.
Yeah, because that's next. Isn't it? I mean, if you think the cows is next, it's going to be you.
Oh,
Aren't
man.
we worse or something? That's just
It
Be
just seems.
sitting around the house, the wife's like, that's 20
Y'all.
cents. That's
Well,
40
look.
cents. That's 60 cents.
How many other animals are on the planet
Thank
besides
you.
cows? I mean,
Why is
Man,
it
my
just
dog is
them?
bad, man.
oh my
Okay.
God, my dog should be. I should be taxed for
Man.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus, it's
That's
the
another
worst.
thing to get taxed for your dog.
I
pooping.
never wanted to punch a dog until
That's
that.
the horriblest smell.
No,
too,
man,
It is.
and you know, and we have all developed this keen ear in our house
Oh, you can hear it.
because it goes
My dog, yes. And I thought mine was,
like
I
a
thought,
tire's
yes,
leaking or something,
it's
or a snake's hissing,
insane.
and everybody goes
Yes, you know what to do.
because you know that methane's about to hit you, and man, if it'll hit you, sometimes you don't hear it, and you just have your mouth open and
Oh,
everything.
yes.
You
Oh
get the
no!
taste.
You come walking into
Yeah,
the
it's
room
just
and
like,
you're
oh,
talking and
man,
it hits you and
no.
you're just
It smells like they dropped a deuce like right
Yes,
there in the
and you're
living
trying to
room.
find
in your
it.
face. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I'd
that's
say the worst is when you're playing a show and you're like on stage in the middle of doing your thing.
Oh,
and
wow.
That smell just hits you, bro.
Oh man,
And you
just a
just-
musty.
Oh yeah, and you just gotta act like you're not. You know what I mean?
It's like you
Yeah.
got to stand up there and play.
So
Man, that would be
this
Tough.
And you
this
know it's one of
weekend
your
was a
damn
little musty.
bandmates. What was it?
This weekend was a little musty at the shop.
Yeah. Why do you? What,
I don't. I mean, I feel like some folks were letting
Somebody
out more
had
than some rage.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
now do you have some kind of vent for that, or
Nah, we just walk outside and let it pass. Like let the rooms air out, go smoke or something.
man, that'd be tough to be in a room
Maybe
batting and
light some
breaking stuff,
incense.
and then
Well, you
somebody
know,
dusts you.
Yeah, Abbey Road, and they're small rooms.
Yeah, they're
Like
not
they're
that
smaller.
big.
Like the small rooms are maybe just a little bit smaller than this room.
Yeah.
You know, but man, they open a door up and you're like,
Oh, that's pungent. Stings the nostrils.
cough.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's no
Oof.
good there.
Little rough this weekend.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about holiday stuff and see if you're okay with this. Okay, consumer sentiment about giving secondhand or pre-owned gifts has been changing when it comes to holiday shopping, at least according to these surveys. An Amazon Commission survey found 59% of people will check for the pre-owned version of a product while doing online shopping first. The younger generation is leading the charge in shopping for used items. 79% of Gen Z, 75% of millennials looking for pre-owned products. Would you, is there a stigma with giving a pre-owned product for a gift in the holidays?
If my kid gives me a pre-owned gift, I'm gonna do the same thing to him. Like that's horrible, man.
No pre-owned gift.
No, man, unless it's like a car or something, like.
See, that's what I think they're more getting to because there's been, a resurgence of the vintage vibe.
Okay.
The shops, the pop-ups,
So you
and
might,
all that stuff.
okay, so if you call an antique, I guess you could say that's a pre-owned gift, but if it was a nice antique, that's a little different.
That is different. That's
Yeah.
different. Like, vintage items like that. Yeah.
That's different than getting a used PS5
hell
in a
yeah.
box with the games all
Yeah.
done.
Like a shirt you seen him wearing like last
Yeah,
week. You're like, I like that shirt, and then you're like, I'll
know?
give it to you.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
Yeah. What do you think, Luke?
I think it all depends on the context. Like,
Agreed.
There's a shop out in Nashville that I'm addicted to called McKay's because I'm the biggest nerd you'll ever meet. So I collect Legos and all the Star Wars stuff and all the Marvel stuff and electronics and all that. And it's literally like nobody in Nashville knows what I'm talking about when I say Hastings, but like it's literally Hastings on steroids.
Hastings,
You know what
Okay,
I'm
yeah, I
saying?
remember that.
Like it's legitimately the size of a Costco. But
Yeah.
it's-
Oh, I'm here for
but
it.
it's vinyl records, it's collectible movies, it's electronics, it's video games.
So
it's
funky
like-
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and so if someone gets me something like that, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. That makes sense. But let's
Yeah.
go back to Legos.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You,
dude, no,
you said everything, but the Legos what caught my attention. I know I've seen that show on TV. I've never watched it. Some kind of game show about Legos, and I know it's difficult. Are you a Lego guy? Did you grow up playing with Legos?
Yeah. No, I'm not like some like super builder or whatever. I'm more so just collect the sets of them and they're in the box.
But they're still in the box. So you don't build them out?
It depends. Like if it's like an old school set that I found that's super rare, a lot of times I'm gonna leave it in the box unless I find another set of it. Then I'll probably open that second
I
box
got
and
you.
do it. But
So what's your prize collectible?
man, I've actually
You're the top of the food chain.
y'all about to see how much of a nerd I am.
Oh, I'm here for it.
But 2002 was when the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire came out, and I was
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 when it came out. And they did a Lego.
I hate my life.
No shit.
No, Lego did like a run of these sets called Lego Studios.
Okay.
And basically, it makes it look like a movie set. And so you have like the movie, but you also have the Lego characters of the director and like the cameraman. And all that
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
And so I've got the 2 sets they did for Spider-Man when that came out, because that was the first Spider-Man Lego that was ever made. Now the tricky thing is, to get in a little bit of lore, there's a Lego set that never got released that was supposed to be with that run. They did all the promotional pictures for it and all that stuff, but they never did it. So funny enough, I was hanging out with Josie Scott about a week ago.
Yeah.
And, he did that song with Chad Kroeger, Hero.
Yeah.
And so I was mentioning to some of his guys, I'm like, hey, since Josie did that song for Spider-Man, you think he could find the
You
Lego
help me get this Lego set? You're leveraging your rock connection for a Lego set.
No, absolutely.
No,
I was.
that definitely demonstrates your commitment to That's
I
great.
love that.
Chad, do you have a collectible item of any kind that to you is your top of the food chain item?
All my Jordan stuff.
All your Jordan
Oh,
stuff.
man, I got some
So
Jordan
of your
stuff.
Jordan stuff, what is the thing you like the absolute most that you don't let anybody touch? You don't want them looking. I mean, just leave it alone. You can see it, but don't touch it. What is it?
I got the 86 Flair, like the rookie card.
Oh, the Jordan rookie
I
card.
got it in this big plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 That's
Do you
like-
have it up on the wall, or do you
I
have it?
wish, because I look at it, it's like, oh.
Yeah, we need to get that thing
Man,
framed up right
it's
for you.
pretty sweet, man.
That is
Yeah.
sweet to have that. The rookie card. Wow, that's
It stays in my safe. Like, everything's out, but that stays in my safe.
no. I can kind of understand why
Hell
it would.
yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have that out at
I'd like
all.
I'd bring it out and show people just to go look at this
Cool, man.
bitch.
I'm afraid to. Somebody will
You don't
jack
want to
me.
do
No,
like
you're probably right.
You don't want to do like Logan and put it on a
Man,
chain
what-
or anything,
no,
like
no.
his blinged out Pokemon card. Like,
Oh
what's
my
that?
God.
Somebody would,
Nobody.
somebody would jack me for mine. That
That's
Pokemon
true.
card, they're like,
I'm
what is
surprised
that?
nobody's jacked him yet.
Do you have a collectible in your life that is worth something top of the food chain to you?
I mean, what I think about when I think about my collectible stuff, like I have an array of stuff from Riverfest.
Oh,
from
okay.
When I
Oh, yeah.
served on Riverfest, and that's just priceless to me. And I have a drumstick from Silver Sun Pickups. Whenever
Oh, that's
they
cool.
Yeah.
performed at Juanita's on President Clinton Avenue, not the original Juanita's, that joke of a
Oh
venue,
yeah,
secondary,
no,
but
the original's
anyways,
a whole different animal.
yeah. Ooh, and we have a guitar pick from Dave Grohl
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
from
That's cool.
my son's first big concert.
Now I had a bunch of autographed rock memorabilia, but I gave it to my kids.
Oh,
and
I thought
they
that-
probably chunked it.
I thought the other place like demanded
got-
it in the
No,
divorce.
in a repo. No.
I've
Yeah.
got something from the unmentionable station. I've got
Yeah.
a 3 Doors Down signed guitar.
Oh,
from
that's
I
cool.
wish I'd gotten one of
Yeah.
the damn guitars. at
Man,
some
they were
point,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
Yep.
The collectible I have now that I like the most is a gift I got my wife for an anniversary, because we watch one of the things we love to do is just watch shows together, and one of our favorite is Oz,
Oh, yeah.
which is one of the grittiest, darkest shows
So-
you'll ever see in your life. It's
So much.
I mean, it's the most dramatic,
Yes.
vicious. I mean, it's right up there with Sopranos and
Mhm.
Breaking Bad.
I
Okay,
would say
Worse.
I would say worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it really is,
It
to
is-
be
it
honest
is
with
the
you. I mean,
top.
it's
Yeah.
Man,
Watch
brutal.
You
Yellowstone,
see
yeah.
a couple episodes. you're
no,
like,
Oh, you need to watch Yellowstone.
All right, I will.
Love it, Yeah.
But you know the Allstate guy who plays J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate villain in
It's so
Oz.
funny.
He's a Nazi,
Yeah.
and his name's Vern Schillinger.
Yep.
And he's one of the greatest villains you'll ever watch. But we watched that show and we just loved it. So I found a book that was signed by the entire cast.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
It's a hardback book about the show, and it's signed by the cast of the show, which was really
Wow.
a cool thing
That's
to,
awesome.
to
That
end
is
up
really,
with. Yeah,
really cool.
yeah, that was pretty cool. What are your Christmas plans, Chad? Are you just getting together with family?
Yeah, family stuff. That's about it. Hang around
Yeah.
the house. Everybody usually comes to our house. So
Everybody comes to your
yeah,
house.
luckily, I don't have to
Oh,
do
that's
all that.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh, you do like that?
Yeah, I have to host. But I mean, it's I don't like going to like 5 different places.
No,
Right,
that's
yeah.
never
I like
fun.
just being able to chill at the house. Everybody
Mhm.
comes there, you eat your food,
You feel like the
you get
Godfather,
to
don't
just
you?
pass out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't got to go
You
nowhere
come
else.
to
Yeah.
me, you want a Christmas
You want
gift.
something to.
You
Bless
want a
it.
little eggnog.
Ew.
What about you, Amanda? No.
I mean, it's yeah, no, this is the first year since grandma died, so we're just keeping
Oh
things
man.
real simple
Yeah.
and what we usually do. We'll probably talk about what we want to do like for next year and stuff. I don't know. We'll just keep it real simple and low
Maybe you
key.
could have a memory jar thing that you guys
Yeah.
could do for her
Yeah.
to celebrate her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
How about you, Luke? What's Christmas about for you, man?
Oh, it's always coming back seeing the family and all
Yeah.
that. You know, I'm in the position now where I can bounce back and forth between Nashville and Arkansas a whole lot easier now.
Yeah.
So it's real easy to make a little road trip down the road and come see the fam and say what's up.
See, our
So,
kids are grown, so we're just going to do ecstasy all weekend.
That's what's
awesome,
up.
man.
Eat a bunch of
That is a
mushrooms
joke.
and
That's
see
a joke.
God.
That's a
Attention station employees. The general manager says we can't afford pumpkin spiced coffee in the lounge. So instead, just sip your normal coffee and then sniff the pumpkin candle next to the machine. Thank you.
Do you live or work in Conway, and are you a vapor? Yeah, and listen, stop going to crappy gas stations to get your vapes. Go to Crazy J's. They've got 2 locations in Conway, every kind of flavor you can imagine. Not only that, but if you love the electric lettuce, and who doesn't, they've got all kinds of glassware, some of the coolest stuff that you've ever seen. So no matter whether you're trying to get your vape on or your bud on, Crazy J's is the way to go. Check them out. They've got 2 locations in Conway. Crazy J's for all your vape and smoke needs, baby. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. All right, let's get back to it. Now, Chad, let me ask you a question real quick because I got to decide if I want to do this or not.
Wow.
Are you a Post Malone fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm thinking about going.
Are you a Post Malone fan?
oh yeah, he's been all over
Okay.
it, yeah.
All right, you two are about to play a little bit of trivia then.
Oh man.
Let me see if I've got I probably don't have it here, but that's okay. That's all right. We'll do it. I'll ding and buzz for you. All right.
Ding.
So this game is called "Is This a Post Malone Tattoo?"
Oh man,
Is
I'm probably
this-
gonna lose this one.
Is
Yeah.
it a Post Malone tattoo? Does he have? Let's start with you, Chad. Does Post Malone have a tattoo of a Playboy bunny?
I would say yes.
Okay, you are correct. It's under his
Yeah.
right
I
eye.
thought I'd seen.
Might be a second one on his forearm. All right. Let's see. How about this one? Does he have an eggplant emoji right above his wiener?
I
Wow.
feel like that would be too obvious for him to have
Right.
it. Like, you know what I mean? I
You
don't
say
think
no.
he does. I don't think he
Okay,
does.
that's a no. That is correct.
Ding,
All
ding,
right,
ding,
we're
ding,
tied
ding,
here.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
All right. How about a smiley face? Does he have a smiley face?
I've seen that one.
You've seen
I'm
that one,
pretty
you
sure
said?
I've seen that one.
All right. Yeah, also under his right eye. Yeah, you're looking at his right eye a lot. I
Guess
see.
so, man. Post.
All right. How about this? Does he have a bloody hammer?
I feel like he'd have that.
You do? Yeah, it's right near the Playboy bunny.
Oh,
That's
there you
right.
go.
Why? I don't know. Okay. Does he have a Captain America shield, Chad?
I'm gonna say no, but I kind of think he does.
Well, which is it?
No, I'm gonna say no.
That is correct. It is a no. We're still
Ding, ding, ding,
tied.
ding.
Okay. How about this one? Does he have President Kennedy
What?
tattooed on him?
Really?
Man.
That's too random. It's got to be a yeah.
Yeah, that's it's
Yeah.
on his
I
right
like,
hand.
I like
Yeah.
his reasoning on that.
Definitely
It's too
on his
random.
right
Yeah.
hand.
It's
Yeah.
too random. It
All
has
right.
to be on there.
All right. Does he have a Harry Potter tattoo?
I hope not.
That's a no. He doesn't. Okay. All right. One more. Does he have the Chick-fil-A logo
Nah.
No,
No
way.
Chick-fil-A
No
logo.
way.
The Coca-Cola logo.
No.
That is correct. The Hooters Howl logo.
Y'all.
He might have.
Yes or no?
It's-
He's gonna
A lot
have
of pressure
he's
here.
gonna have something.
You're tied up. Only takes one to lose.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, he's got it.
He doesn't have
Oh
that.
man.
All right, hold on. Chad Disney logo.
Oh man. I hope not again, but I hope not.
Okay, no, he doesn't.
Okay.
All right.
Ding, 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 ding.
The iHeartMedia logo.
He ain't got that.
He don't have that shit, I promise
On his
you.
ass, maybe.
Yeah, the Anheuser-Busch logo.
I'm gonna say yes on that one.
That is correct. He does actually have that. It's on his left hand near JFK.
Do they pay him for that?
I don't know. An M16.
Yeah, I'd say. he
Yeah,
probably
that's right. He does. It's encircled by a snake. In 2016, he got that tattoo, a snake wrapped around an M16. Said it was in support of the Second Amendment. Does he have Nirvana's Kurt Cobain?
I bet he does.
I bet he
It
did.
does too.
Okay, that's correct.
You know, he actually did a really good
Oh,
cover set
beautiful.
of Nirvana stuff
Absolutely
during the
beautiful.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
All right.
He is one of the
Bug.
most underrated musicians in the game.
What?
Who's that?
Oh, Post Malone.
Oh, yeah,
And he
for
just
real.
runs around town all the time now. He's in Nashville. He's got a place. out
Yeah, he's
there.
just a regular Joe, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to go to Nashville.
Does he have NSYNC's Lance Bass tattoo?
Shut your
Oh,
face.
I bet you he
man.
does.
He doesn't.
Oh man.
No, you're. I think you've lost here. You're done, man. You
Yeah.
got cooked
There's
out,
a
man.
mosquito in here.
Oh.
Huge mosquito, man. Look at that thing.
There's a mosquito in
That's
here.
a pterodactyl.
That's huge.
Y'all. It is November.
Are you? So you say he runs around town in Nashville everywhere?
Oh yeah. I haven't got to run into him just yet. Well, actually, I was in Broadway one day, and I wasn't on the part of Broadway where him and Luke Combs were at, but there was one day that them two had a flatbed, and they were literally in the middle of Broadway just filming a music video.
I've seen that on TikTok, I think.
I'll tell you the craziest who I've ran into on Broadway. I was going to a Disturbed show, funny enough, and
Yeah.
I don't know anyone in their camp, so I was just going to the show normal.
Yeah.
And Broadway has a Taco Bell that I love because it's a cantina style Taco Bell.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's like it's 2-story, live music, all that stuff. And I was walking down there, and I run into J.J. Abrams and Jeff Ross.
Shut
Really?
your
No
face.
way.
And I didn't say a word to him. I'm like, that's J.J. Abrams, because like I was half starstruck and half, why did you do Rise of Skywalker to us? It was a mix
That's
of the
fair.
two.
That's fair. That's fair.
But like running into them was wild. I ran into Dennis Quaid the other day.
Oh, nice.
What?
Yeah.
That's really
Like,
cool.
where did you run into Dennis
Heck yeah.
Quaid?
Oh,
First of all, what
CVS.
neighborhood are you in? But
That's
second of all,
CVS. He's just in Nashville.
Yeah, he lives in
That's just
Brentwood
life.
now.
oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah, he lives in
Everybody
Brentwood now, man.
Did you talk to him?
3 words. It
Hi,
was-
Mr. Quaid.
No, he walked up and was asking where something was. I was like, I don't know, man.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he came in. What's the kind of shirt that like Luke Combs wears? You know what I'm talking about when he's on stage, like that button up, like short. Yeah, he was just wearing that, and his hair was all crazy, and he was just
Yeah.
in some shorts, and you could tell he was on a different planet. He was cool. He
Yeah.
was cool, but yeah,
Yeah. He was just in a different world.
he was in a different world.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
He was funny. though.
You said something about you're talking about J.J. Abrams, which I do love the Star Treks that he did.
Oh, he did great on Force Awakens.
Yeah, but you said you didn't like this. What he did with what?
Oh, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. What? Tell me about your issues there.
Man, well, it all starts with Last Jedi with that Ryan Johnson. Oh, you know. Yeah, no, it all starts with Last Jedi, man. They, I mean, don't get me wrong. Any Star Wars is better than no Star Wars. So I'm glad we're in a position
No,
where
I
we
don't
got-
agree with that.
Well,
I do.
But I understand. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, but no, they just, I don't know. They took all the lore and all the stuff, and they just. Luke Skywalker in Last Jedi was not the Luke Skywalker I know from the original trilogy.
No,
You know
of
what I'm
course not.
saying?
Luke Skywalker's the hero of the story.
He was the
goddamn it.
curmudgeon.
And then in Rise of Skywalker, they literally just rip off Avengers Endgame instead of going, I'm Iron Man, and Rey's like, I'm all the Jedi, and like, there's no like.
I thought it
I don't
was
know.
basically a remake of the OG Star Wars, and more or less.
What makes me mad is I don't know if y'all know this, but Colin Trevorrow, the dude who did like the Jurassic World movies and all
Mhm.
that, he was supposed to do Rise of Skywalker, and he wrote a script for it and everything. Completely different story.
Yeah.
It was like insane. and it actually made Last Jedi look halfway decent with what
Yeah.
they did with it.
I
But
wanna
yeah,
see.
yeah, no, it's on Google. Like if you Google it, it'll pull the whole thing up.
Okay.
Really?
It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, see, I remember when I was a kid, 1977, my aunt took me to the drive-in movie theater to see Star Wars, literally. And it was like the dopest thing I'd ever seen in my damn life, you know? And so I love particularly Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, it's the goat.
The everything but the scenes on Endor in the Return of the Jedi are fine with me. I don't like the Ewoks. I don't need puppets in my Star Wars, other than Yoda. Yoda I'll accept, but
Yoda.
the Ewoks were
The
trash
Ewoks
to
were
me.
little people.
They're trash.
They weren't puppets,
Well, I'm glad they got jobs. They're trash. Okay,
but they're cannibals.
they're trash.
You know what you got to do.
They're
now.
They're
meat
dancing. They're singing. They're doing weird stuff.
Little
If
Dahmers.
I'm gonna get some dancing and singing, it's in the cantina and nowhere
Yeah,
else.
but they like eat people.
You got to get an Ewok on the show,
No.
bro. Can you imagine
Yeah,
trying
that'd
to
be.
interview an Ewok?
Oh yeah, they'd be all pissed off at me. The Ewoks and the Jawas.
I met one of the Ewoks at one of the Comic Cons.
Did you really? That's
Yeah,
cool though.
I got a signed thing.
How'd
Yeah.
they sign it with like a paw? Or did
Yeah,
they- That's
Have
awesome.
you ever gone to one of those Comic Cons or anything like that?
I love Comic Con.
No,
never
you,
made
you
it.
have though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who have you met there that you're like, oh, that was awesome, and you maybe got an autograph? or something?
Lieutenant Ahura.
Oh wow, Nichelle Nichols.
Yep. And I've met Buck Rogers.
I met Jill Girard. He's cool
yeah, and
He's a nice guy, really.
Sean Patrick Flannery. That was nice.
What is he? in?
Boondock Saints, boo.
Oh, I don't like that movie. That's trash. That's a
Please.
trash movie too.
Please.
I know it's a cult classic. I don't like it.
How is it trash? They're
It's
going around
trash.
killing people.
It's not good.
Please.
not
No, it's
Please.
just not.
Please.
No, it's like No Country for Old Men. Trash.
Never saw it.
man.
Never
Trash.
saw
Yeah,
it.
that is.
Never saw
Trash.
it.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
desire.
now,
to
I'll
see
give
it.
I'll give you the Javier Bardem put in a great performance.
Yeah.
But the movie made no sense.
No.
See,
I hate indie movies that just
I've
end.
seen bits and pieces of it, and it was just like I've F
Yeah.
this to the nth
Yeah,
degree.
there were some
job.
cool scenes in it,
Eh.
but like they had no.
I will watch the shit out of some Boondock Saints though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would watch the shit out of Die Hard.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
best Christmas movies
Yeah.
ever.
Thank
is
you for
the
stating it
greatest
correctly
Christmas
as a
movie ever.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
That is
Die
correct. We all
Hard.
know the truth.
Yeah, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon,
Yeah.
Prometheus.
Oh, Prometheus is so good.
Yeah, but
It's
not
such a
not
good-
Romulus.
Such a good Christmas
Not
movie.
Romulus.
No, we're just talking.
Romulus. I love
No,
that
you
movie.
don't. No, you don't. It's a
Really?
remake, man.
I love
It's a
Romulus.
reboot.
It's a remake.
It's a reboot.
of the
According to Kevin
original one.
Smith, it's a reboot.
A reboot.
Not a remake.
Okay, well, let me tell you what I hate about it. I hate the end of it.
Everything.
Oh, I love the ending was the best part.
No.
For me.
No.
Dude, no, it was, man.
Luke, we've been friends a long time,
Oh,
bro.
dang.
This is real bad.
That movie was so slow until the ending, and then you see
That's-
that crazy looking dude pop
No.
up.
No,
Like,
the
here we go.
The xenomorph is the perfect. You can't
I
better the
love
movie
the
monster.
xenomorph.
It's the xenomorph, and this whatever that
is.
bastardization of my movie
loved
is.
it,
I was
dude.
like, no way, get that
Acid
shit out of here.
floating
No,
around.
get out of
in
here with
the
that
chamber,
crap. No,
Yeah,
the,
me-
the gravity.
give me Sigourney Weaver and
Yes.
Bishop. I need
And
them
yes,
back.
Sigourney Weaver.
Let's see what the people are saying. Sean Scout said, "Good morning, people. Hey, what's up, man?
Good
Sean?"
morning. Good morning.
Bundy said, "Count me in for the road
Let's
trip."
go, Bundy.
Yeah, he's
We're
ready to
packing
go.
up,
we're
man.
we're
Let
gonna
me
go
bring
down.
you in,
We're going to
bro.
Fort Worth. We're gonna take the show to Fort Worth,
I'm down.
and we're gonna
We
go
are here
talk to
for
Joe
it.
Exotic, baby. Let's see.
Latasha
Little
wants
doggy
to
said
go
morning.
too.
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, "I want to come see Joe. Pick me." Mike said, "Me and Elo took our significant others to an escape room in Bryant after eating hibachi. A new part of the thing opened, and I'd been holding it for about 30 minutes. I went to the next room alone and let it out." He said seconds later they had to pause the clock in the escape room.
Yeah.
Everybody had to leave.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
yeah.
No, that's a great story. If
That's
you
awesome.
make them clear the escape room,
You did something.
no, you did it
good.
right. That's the way to do it.
That's
You get a free
awesome.
hour at that point.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
Crystal said, "Good morning." What's up, Crystal?
Good morning. Good
Chris.
morning.
Let's see. Jeff Combs was the coolest dude when I met him. Shawnee Smith was just another girl. I don't know Jeff Combs, but I know Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith was in the Saw movies, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. She was maybe the one that went in the needles
I guess it
and
must
later
be
became
another,
a
just
jigsaw
another girl
girl.
because I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I think that's her big claim to fame right
Oh,
there.
is that the one that got to be in 2 Saw movies?
Yeah, I think so. I think
She survived.
she did, and she became.
Okay, she was the one with all the syringes. I think that was the
That's it.
last one I watched.
Yeah, and
I'm good. I get there's
no, there's
good.
nothing more for them to do for me in Saw. I mean, I've seen
Ugh. Oh,
heads
have you seen
crushed
The
and eyeballs,
Collector?
come out.
No,
Yes,
I hadn't
that's a
seen
good
That
ass
is a
movie.
good movie.
Both of them.
The
There's two of
Collector,
them.
yes.
Yeah, they're
Ooh,
both good. That is a
that's
really good one.
good.
See, I
That's
can't
really
do scary
good.
movies. I'm too much of a chicken.
Luke.
I know.
No, you
Yeah.
can't do scary.
I mean, like I can do like the slasher.
Does it make you
kind.
Yeah,
anxious?
give me a
Yeah.
slash.
Hold on. Does it make you anxious when Luke goes into the cave and Dagobah?
You know, as a little kid, it actually did mess with me a little bit. Yeah, I'd say the scariest movie I've seen though to this day.
Okay.
I was in middle school when it came out.
All right.
It was a movie that Mila Jovovich was in. It was called The Fourth Kind.
Yes.
And it's an alien. That
I haven't
movie is-
seen that one.
Oh, it's
That's a really good
terrifying.
movie.
It's terrifying.
I do like Mila Jovovich
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Resident
Luke.
Evil.
Yeah,
Luke.
I know.
He said, "I know."
I know.
I know.
Bro.
I know.
I know. I know.
Luke needs
What's
a hug. That is
what's
a good
what's
movie,
your
though.
scary? You don't do
I don't
scary
really-
movies.
I'm with him, man. I'm with him 100%.
I love
Yeah.
all sorts of scary movies.
Like,
Yeah.
I can do the slasher stuff, like the newer Halloween trilogy, with the exception of that last one. That last one was trash. But like the Halloween movies, I like quite a bit.
Do you
know
like
what I mean?
zombies?
Oh, that's all cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Trash.
No, no, I mean,
No.
no,
Trash.
Nope.
Zombie
Trash.
Halloween movies. Rob Zombie's Halloween
Trash.
movies. I know.
I need to go back and watch them, actually.
But Laura, where are you? Get over here and save me from Patrick.
I need to go watch. I hadn't watched the zombie ones
Oh,
yet.
so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
No, it took all the camp out.
Now here's what
It
we
was
did.
too serious for
That
me.
was the point.
I know. I didn't dig it. I want the camp.
Now here's what we do. We take.
I want girls with boobs out doing drugs
They got girls
illicitly.
with boobs out doing
Getting hit
drugs.
with you know all that stuff. I need all that.
Bless it.
Here's what we do. We take whichever movie and we Mystery Science Theater 3000 it on the show.
That's
Oh, that'd
what's
be
up.
dope. That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
So one of my very favorite podcasts ever is How Did This Get Made?
Yeah.
And it's Paul Scheer, June Diane Rayfield,
Mhm.
his wife, and Jason Mantzoukas, and they watch, B movies, D movies, C movies, and it's like, how did this get made? And
Mhm.
Yeah.
they'll have guests on everything. That is so much fun.
You know, if you like that, there's a YouTube show you need to watch from Screen Rant, and it's called Pitch Meeting.
Okay.
And what they do is basically they'll take a movie and they'll just take apart all the plot holes of it, but like they pretend to be like these board executives, and they're like, "Well, what about this thing? Wouldn't that be like a huge issue for the character?" They're like, "No, barely an inconvenience," and they just go into why it's like.
Oh, that's pretty funny. That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's a
Yeah.
good take, man.
Yeah.
That's a fun take on that. Yeah. It would be fun to Mystery Science 3000 some theater 3000 some of the movies though. But I like campy horror movies. When they get if it's going to be serious, it better be more psychological
Oh,
or
yeah.
really really gripping.
Oh,
Because I like the new Screams. I didn't like the most recent one, but all of them before that I like.
I'm a big fan of the Scream ones. I haven't seen the most recent one,
It was
but
okay.
It was all
yeah.
right.
Well,
it was
I'm
all
sorry.
right.
Once we hit, when Dewey dies. I mean that was one of the last ones. I was like, yeah. Yeah, spoiler alert. Whatever. Like any of y'all are out there watching it. Hey, Crystal.
What are you going to tell next? Luke gets his hand cut off?
Exactly. Hey, Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Oh my God, man. What is your problem?
Blowing minds. Hey, Crystal. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for
Oh,
you.
yeah. My brother, man, listen, my youngest brother, Dustin, was mortally frightened of Freddy Krueger.
At that age, yeah. I
Oh,
was
no,
at that age, man.
Man, listen, we walked into a movie store. There was a cardboard cutout, and he just started crying. Went to the corner, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. I brought it over to him.
Can I bring this home?
Look.
What people don't realize though, movie theaters are like mega haunted, like mega haunted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like my first job ever was working in a movie theater. It was Breckenridge when it was still open,
Mm-hmm.
and like there was this one, like you would see shadows and all sorts of stuff, and like the way the projector booth is set up in that building, you go upstairs and it's just one huge massive hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see all the way to the end of it. And there's a Little Rock officer who was up there with me, and he like made a report of it too and everything because he's
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh, I'm here for
We
it.
were all the way at the end of the hallway turning off projectors, and he just happened to shine his flashlight down the hallway, and we seen like a silhouette of a figure dash across real quick.
Yeah.
I swear.
I
There's-
believe you.
No, there's security camera footage in that office too. The way the office was set up in that building was basically 2 rooms, and there was a door that would lock automatically, so they kept a box in there to like keep it like open so people could go through. There's footage of the box just flying across the floor and just moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would like walk into auditoriums and you would hear like names and voices and stuff, but then you would turn the corner to the seats and there's nobody there.
It's just Joe Exotic.
Oh my God, I'm here. I want to
Joe
do that.
Exotic.
I wonder if that box that they were holding the door open was like, containing the Ark of the Covenant,
Probably.
or
You
anything
know,
like
that's in a
that.
you that's in a big warehouse.
Yeah.
You know where it is. You've seen the
No,
warehouse.
I don't. No, I don't. No, I
Yeah,
don't.
no, you definitely seen that warehouse.
Don't
All kinds of
government.
stuff in there, isn't
I
there?
do like warehouses.
I do like Indiana Jones, but I don't know. Did you like that last one, the new
Didn't
one?
see it.
It's okay. Like I mean,
It's
like
all right.
yeah, I mean, there's some movies you have to like just use not as
Nostalgically,
like quality, like not quality, but just a good time to watch.
yeah.
you
Did
know
you
what I
like the newest one?
I hadn't watched it yet, but I feel like he needs to like reach. He's
He
done.
needs
too
to
No, he's done. He's
Yeah,
he's
way-
retired.
I mean,
Yeah, he's done with
yeah.
Indy.
way too many of
Yeah,
them.
Indy
Yeah.
needs to die.
All right. So how long will it be before they reboot that and do a new Indiana
Like,
Jones?
started over,
Yeah. How long? How many years? Will we have to wait for Harrison Ford to die first?
probably.
Is that fair, or are they gonna?
So,
Unless it's in his contract.
No, I give it 5 years.
I wouldn't
think
even. I
five?
wouldn't
I
even
wouldn't
say
even
that
say
many.
five.
I wouldn't
I
even say
give it
that many.
What AI? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we talk a lot about the AI stuff because now they have this. I mean, I think they recently did it with Tom Hanks. I saw a movie that he was in
Oh, yeah.
where he's going to be young Tom Hanks and old Tom Hanks in it.
Mhm.
So the AI is getting richer and richer, and
yeah.
I still believe that you're going to come to a place where you'll pick your own cast for a movie, and you'll just pick the actor you want in the role.
Mhm.
So Nicolas Cage is Forrest Gump. You know what I mean?
Wow,
Joe
man.
Exotic playing all the roles.
Yeah, it'll be like video games where you have bonus characters who aren't
Yeah.
actors
Mhm.
that you can put in there.
I just
Yeah.
want to see Danny DeVito as Spider-Man.
Danny
Oh,
DeVito
that'd
as
be
Spider
funny.
Man. See, that's
Wow.
great.
Like, that would be amazing.
That would be great, just to see AI take him and take that on. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's great.
Crystal.
Yeah, I think choose your own adventure type things will come into play too. And I think that ultimately what they'll do is they'll let you cast you in the movie.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah, where you can be the star,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, they'll try it in porn first. Yeah, that's just what's going to
Well,
happen.
I mean,
What?
I'm sure that will be easier to cast than like Shawshank Redemption. Like I can't.
yeah.
I can't do a monologue,
let's
but
recast.
I can.
Let's recast
I can do
Shawshank
the other,
Redemption. Who could
you
play?
know?
Who could play
Mine would be
Andy
a quick movie,
Dufresne
though.
Man.
besides Tim Robbins? Who would be
Nobody.
I watched that
recast?
movie enough.
Carrot
I-
Top.
Oh man.
No,
That's one of my
stop it.
favorite
Who-
movies.
Carrot Top.
If you no,
Joe Exotic.
Joe, exactly. No, let's recast it seriously. If you had to recast Tim Robbins' role, who would it be? Give me somebody you could put in that role.
It's 2 before my time. I need to go back and rewatch it.
Oh
I need
man.
to go rewatch it. It's been so long.
Man, again, this is the second time this morning, man. This is a real problem we got, Luke. Yeah, this is the greatest movie ever made we're talking about.
I've only seen bits and pieces of it.
Well,
I need
that's
to-
not
What
enough.
if it was like Eddie Murphy or something, like off the wall?
No, that's not going to work.
Patrick wants you to be serious. He's getting offended right now.
No, I'm not offended at all.
Okay.
No, this is what happens on this kind of show. You're not going to get.
Legos.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Legos.
man. Like he did that role pretty good, man.
No, it's hard to. It's just
I
thinking
just
about it's
hate
painful,
that.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
You can't hardly recast that. Unless
mean,
you're just doing crazy
Because
stuff.
once I get to Morgan Freeman, who are you going to recast that?
Nobody's gonna
Nobody.
play- No.
Nobody could play
No,
Red like
no,
that, man.
No, he did
No
awesome.
way.
The irony of that role is that in the Stephen King adaptation, which is called Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, it's just a short in a book of stories that he wrote. The original character was a tall redhead dude. That's why he went by Red. And that's the joke in Shawshank Redemption when he said, you probably expected me to be tall and Irish or something,
Right.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
why.
catch that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but he owns that role now. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Is that
that's
your phone?
no, it's I think that here. Let me turn.
Is that Luke's phone?
breaking
No, I
news.
think it's got to be this. Boom. There.
Last
hold
time
on.
you did that, your screen went black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just hold on a second. Let me see. Who is blowing my? Oh,
Somebody apparently
oh,
wants a
no.
house.
Yeah, it's that. That's
How
what it-
rude.
You know, it's like they can't even give me till 9 o'clock. They
I
start
know,
blowing me up like,
God.
please, I need a house today.
Seriously.
You know what you should do since you do all the realty stuff? A funny prank for the show would be
What?
taking the open house signs and just putting them in random people's yards.
Oh my God, no, that'd get me in
You're gonna
trouble.
get people
You're
shot.
trying to get me in trouble, man.
They ain't got crime in Nashville or
Hey,
something?
I will.
Like, okay.
Hey, do let me.
Neighborhood, you're gonna get messed up.
Bro.
Hey, I do
Don't
want to.
even.
I do want to mention this though.
That's
I've got
hilarious.
some houses. If you're looking, I've got 2 in Hillcrest right now that are 3-bed, 2 baths, under 3. I've got 3-2 in Conway. If you're looking, I've got a 2,700 square foot home out Hilero Springs in the country. That's pretty cool by itself, about a half acre. And then I've got I mean, it's move-in ready now. It's a barn dominium, but it needs to be finished out properly, you know, but you could move
I
in
saw
and live in it.
those.
Yeah.
great
And that's in Sheridan. So if you're looking in Sheridan, Hillcrest, Conway, or Hilero Springs out in the country, I've got homes right now that I can get you into. So just reach out to me. You can call me 501-575-5485, or you can message me on Facebook. You can email the show. You can email me, however, it doesn't matter. Just get a hold of me and I'll help you out on that. All right. So what's going on today in the piercing world, Chad? What do you got?
Off today.
You are off today. No bonus holes
No
will be
bonus
issued
holes
today.
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Everybody wants a bonus hole, you know.
They do.
Do you have piercings?
No, I can get tattooed all day long, but I
But
haven't
you
never gotten
don't.
into the piercings.
All right. Now you say you just got your hands done. What do you got on there?
Oh, so it's actually the day that I moved to Nashville in Roman numerals, but
Okay.
funny enough, I had a little extra space. I needed something a little bit Jesus, a little bit redneck, so I just threw a fish right there.
Okay, that makes
But,
sense. Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, could be one you caught, could be about Jesus. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I
But,
got that.
But no, my buddy Chris over at Golden Lotus, he's been doing all my work for years
Oh,
now.
Chris.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Great
people.
artist. Great artist.
Yeah, man, he's good people.
Who is you?
I
You've
had to-
got
I
ink
had
from
to
a lot
have-
of people, don't you?
Yeah, I had to have Chris removed from a bar that I
man.
was serving
No.
at. Yeah.
No way.
Oh,
Like
man.
20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
He called me some names, but that's all
Uh-oh.
right. Yeah.
Oh, he was mad at you.
Yeah, he was. He called me some names, but that's all right.
Oh,
He
no.
he apologized to me probably a few months later at Visions.
At Visions, yeah, I know. As he was, I'm sorry about all that. I'm
so
I'm so sorry. That's the only way we take apologies.
yeah, no doubt about it. Was that? How long were? May I ask? How long did you work there?
At Visions?
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I was doing a lot of blows, so it's pretty fuzzy. I opened the place up, so I was one of the opening crews, and
What was it before that? What was it called before?
Foxy's.
No, it wasn't Foxy's. That was North Little Rock, wasn't it?
I have no
Oh, that
idea.
Foxy's
Was it?
The hippo place now.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay.
because- yeah, I don't know.
So now it's the Peppermint Hippo.
How did they get that name? Like,
The Peppermint Hippo?
I've always wondered
it's
how.
like
know.
it's like a
Yeah,
chain.
I know.
it's a franchise.
That's
I-
still
because
just the
they wanted something, I
craziest
guess,
name.
that
Just-
seems crazy, and you
Yeah,
would remember
that's
it.
man.
I mean, you don't normally forget Peppermint Hippo
Oh.
No.
because you hope you don't see one
That's
when you
what
go
I
in. I
was-
mean,
yeah,
you
But
just-
they're shooting themselves in the foot. Like they've got a requirement on your ratio, your female to male ratio as an attendee, not as a participant, but as
Right.
an attendee. You can't have more. You've got to have 2 dudes for every female that you bring in as a guest.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So more money that way.
Well, you gotta. Well, they don't want the ladies overshadowing the ladies. You know.
Right. No, I
It's not
got
a
that
place for
makes
your
sense.
date night.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
It's not date night. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See, I always the times that I have gone and had a good time, it was with Laura. We always
Of
had fun.
course.
I was fixing to say my best times at strip clubs have been with my wife.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Yes.
What? Why you say
Good.
of
It's
course?
always, hey, the ladies, we always make it better.
Oh yes.
Yeah. No, it's always a lot more
Especially
fun. that
whenever
way.
y'all start buying us lap dances.
Oh yeah.
I
that's
told
good
I,
times,
I've,
man.
I've told it before, but as a matter of fact, that's where it was at.
Oh,
at
were you
Visions.
proposed?
No, yes, that's exactly where I proposed.
In the boom boom room.
No, no, but one time my buddy had a bachelor party there, and so and I knew she was going to be fine, but I asked my wife, "Are you cool if I go to the back?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't care, it doesn't matter." And so we're there, we're doing whatever. At least we're sitting in the back. We're not right up on the stage, and so everybody's having a good time. And then all of a sudden, I see this dancer start walking towards me. Now she has nothing on but a thong. That's it.
Yeah.
And as she gets closer, I become more and more mortified because I realize this is a friend of Laura's, whom I have met more than one time and talked to more than one time with our kids. I had no idea she was a dancer. And here she comes walking up. She just sits right down next to me. Boobs, everything's out. I mean, I can see her zodiac sign, and she's like, "How are Laura and the kids?" And I'm like, I don't even know where to hold my eyes right now. Am I supposed to look? Am I not? I don't even know what the protocol is. I had to text Laura like 30 seconds later and go, "You're not going to believe this shit, man. You're not going to believe it." She started laughing.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah, but she's a sweet girl. She just, I was just shocked by it because I didn't know how to. I mean, it's just my wife's friend. I'm not supposed to be looking at her boobs. You know what I mean? And they're right there. And I was like, I can't.
You can't help but look
at these.
Well, you should look and you should tip her because I remember having friends of my.
Oh no, I'm not going to do
my brother's
that. No,
friends
hell no, I'm not
coming
tipping her
in,
friend.
and they're like, "We can't watch you dance."
No,
you're
I would feel
like,
wrong if I
sister." I was
tipped.
like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you." I was like, "F you, pay me."
Yeah, no, I get it. I get that.
Taking
No,
up my time, bro.
No, I give her a
Time
tip.
is
Don't
money.
walk up to me if I don't know you're a stripper. How about that? That's the tip that you get
That's
there.
hilarious.
All right, then let's do something a little different here, shall we? Yeah.
Thanksgiving for Dummies.
That's me!
Thanksgiving, also known as the crappy holiday between Halloween and Christmas, is devoted to the 5 F's. Food, family, farting, football, and taking shots of Fireball when no one is looking. Traditionally, Thanksgiving is supposed to be like this.
May I have more stuffing?
Pass the cranberry, please.
Good job, honey.
But since the whole family's assembled, it's also a good time to drop bombshells.
I'm gay. We're pregnant.
With a black baby.
Your father is leaving us. Is he cancer?
No, I've got another family.
Yikes. Looks like it's a good time for another shot of Fireball. Then, the next day, at 6 a.m., everyone goes to the mall to wrestle other white people for bargains.
Back away from the scarf.
You want a piece of me?
This has been Thanksgiving for Dummies.
All right. I do want to mention that if you are thinking about getting a new air conditioner, maybe you're having problems, maybe you just need to get it serviced, you need a diagnosis, then call my friends over at Cabot Mechanical. It's cabotmechanical.com, or you can call 502-2720. It's 502-2720. David Lindsay, a personal friend of mine, met him through that. As a matter of fact, he came right behind another guy who told me I needed a brand new air conditioning system for about 10 grand.
Wow.
David came by, it was $180 some, and I said, "Yep,
Dang.
I'm going to keep you around, buddy. That'll work right there." Yeah,
That's a big difference.
Saved me about $9,800.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I appreciated that a great deal. So yeah, cabotmechanical.com. Get to them if you're looking for that. And listen, if you're not getting your HVAC serviced, you should do it at least every other year, if not once a year. It'll last 3 times longer and cool and heat better. So it's a good thing. Look, KFC is hoping its new holiday product will be on everyone's lips. Literally, the fast food chain has launched lickable wrapping paper. That's right. The limited edition.
Tastes like snozzberries.
Tastes like KFC original recipe chicken with a refreshing hit of cranberry sauce and an aromatic pinch of sage from the sage and onion stuffing
That's
patty.
weed. That ain't sage, bro.
Yeah. Despite the festive battle of the birds at KFC, we believe in chicken, it says. We introduced our first ever lickable wrapping paper inspired by our epic limited edition stuffing stacker burger.
Why?
They have a burger. Is it chicken? It's not a burger.
Why?
The lickable areas have a protective cover that has to be peeled off to taste.
Can you picture your dogs?
Okay, so it's not the whole thing. Okay.
Can you picture your dogs though, like smelling the gift?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're talking about they're gonna lick it, they're gonna eat it.
Dude, you are so screwed.
Like you got food in that box. Right?
No, they're gonna eat that. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Let me ask you this.
Oh, that's right.
Can you lick it and then give it to someone?
I
seems
don't.
wrong.
That's a little wrong.
Ew.
Yeah, that's ew. I don't know. I just don't. You know, I don't want to lick any paper. Really.
Why?
No.
Why?
Scratch and smell.
Y'all need to be careful. Y'all might end up like George Costanza's fiance and all dead and stuff from licking the. I mean, she was licking envelopes.
Oh,
Seinfeld.
What happened to her?
He didn't want to spring for, they got the cheapest envelopes for their wedding invitations, and she was addressing them, and she kept licking them, and it was toxic adhesive, and she died.
That's great, man. That's great.
She died.
All right, here's some holiday scams they're warning you about.
That wrapping paper.
Yeah, that's definitely a scam. Millions of people will fly over Thanksgiving or Christmas. Oddly enough, you're being warned that scammers are sending fake emails pretending to be TSA pre-check. That's nefarious. Unfortunately, you might not realize you've been taken to you at the airport and you learn that you're not eligible for a smoother pre-screening security line. You end up fleeced and frustrated. Worse yet, the TSA won't issue a refund to applicants who attempt to enroll in TSA pre-check or renew the service to speed up travel screening. So here's how the scam works, according to the warning. You might get a fake TSA pre-check email that will want you to click a link. If you do that, you'll go to a scam website that looks official, but it's not legitimate. Might offer a way to pay to enroll or renew your TSA pre-check. That's how they get your money and your ID.
Yep.
So, initially, when I saw that headline, I thought maybe they were, patting you down. It was like a different. It was a different special line on the way in to pat you down.
Yeah.
Like little gropey McGroperson.
So it says, look, if you're applying for a TSA pre-check for the first time, you're not going to pay an application fee online. Okay. You pay in person at the TSA enrollment center. First-time applicants are even asked to give payment. They're not even asked to give payment information online. So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Here's another one. The ginormous front lawn skeletons are making their way to the lawns for, 16-foot polar bears, all these inflatable Santas. So there's a scam, though, where you might order one of these after spotting a great deal on social media. Once the box arrives, it's much smaller than what you thought you ordered.
Temu.
Yeah, well, I don't know about Temu, but the Better Business Bureau issued a warning that these scammers have super low prices, and if you get anything at all, it's going to be something way smaller. So don't order it from a non-quality website. And then cyber criminals continue to text and hide behind a well-known name like your bank. This is true, man. My son got taken this way. All right. Man. Let me tell you how dirty it was. So they called him, right? He gets a call from what he thinks is his bank. And they're like, can you see your account right now? And so he logs on to his phone to see his account, and he's seeing money leaving his account.
Yeah, the remote accessing it.
All right. So they're like, listen, we've got to stop this money right now. So what we're going to need to do is we need you to transfer this money into your Cash App right now and get it out of the bank because they're going to get it all. So my son, not putting two and two together. Look, it looks like the bank. It says it's the bank. They sound like the bank. He's just trying to do what they say. Yeah. The reason they want him to do that is because whatever scam they're working, they could only get X amount out of the bank. Okay, so to get the rest of it, they got to get it out of the bank.
Wow.
So he helped them inadvertently by transferring it to Cash App, where they proceeded to take the rest of the money out of Cash App.
Damn.
Took $3,500 from him, like $3,500, bam, like that.
Oh no, I'll be trying to find that guy on the internet, man.
He was broken.
Let me know. We'll roll on that guy.
Broken, but luckily, because we have a dope ass bank, Arkansas Federal Credit Union.
I love the Federal
that's
Credit
who
Union.
I'm with too.
Yeah, Credit Union.
Yeah.
They got him his money back.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he got all his money back.
Yeah,
he did. He got all his money back.
Man, that would suck losing.
Man, and he was getting ready to go on a trip.
Yeah,
too.
Man.
I promise you.
His girlfriend was going to go on. They were going on a trip somewhere. I don't remember where, and I think it was to Mexico.
If I was going to Little Rock, I'd be mad.
No,
I know that's right, man. It was crazy. You
going to the gas station,
right?
I'd be mad.
You got to be careful. If you get a scam and it's asking you for things, Call if you
Call
don't
the
know.
place. Always call the place.
And don't call the number they give you.
No.
Call the number you normally would. Yeah, don't do that. All right, we need to get to this, I believe. Hey, that's you, man.
How about to say? Hope that sounded familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big aardvark drowned in some honey. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny. What? This shit ain't funny.
It is not funny.
Hilarious.
And you should know it's
We need
not
to do
at
a
all.
live version. of this
Seriously,
next time
I'm
he's
loving
here.
it.
All right, so yeah, that would be cool.
Do a live
That'd
version
be
of
cool. It'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
So,
We'll put something up.
So listen, I am contemplating something. I'm not going to do it today, but I'm strongly considering shifting this over. You know, for a long time, we've done these stories by just reading the news version of the worst stories in the world, right?
Right.
But I was, you know, we were having a meeting after the show, and there were several people out there, and we were just talking about some different things. And a couple of the guys started talking about some grisly things that happened when they worked on the pipeline.
Ooh.
And I was like, man, that story's so much better than any of them I tell.
Right.
You know, so I think what I'm going to start working towards is doing actual people telling actual stories that are terrible things that we are aware of that have happened to, whether it's themselves, somebody they know. It could have been an injury. It could have been a death. It could be anything like that, you know?
Right.
And I think that might be interesting to have people telling their actual stories and hearing it from them.
The Arkansas Files.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. But let's start with this. And this isn't horrible in that they're already dead, but a cemetery has started charging people to visit their loved ones' graves.
What?
That's right. Grieving relatives can still access the Garden of Remembrance. Now, this is overseas in the UK for free between 9 and 3 Monday to Friday.
Damn Brits.
But the graveyard will soon require the purchase of VIP passes
What?
for visits and other hours. That costs roughly about $8 to $10 to visit a grave or cremation plot, and $12 to $15 to visit the Rhodes Garden.
You got to get a Patreon to go see your uncle.
Right.
Yeah. How crazy is that, man? All right,
Draft.
let's go to McDonald's, where it's not only the food that would want to hurt you. Police say a woman in a drive-through line in South Memphis was stabbed in the face with a screwdriver by a person demanding money.
Oh.
The woman was in the McDonald's Wednesday afternoon at 4, told police she was at the speaker box to place her order. Someone walked up to her window and asked if she had any money. She said she didn't. That's when they pulled out what appeared to be a screwdriver and stabbed her in the face, saying, "You should have had some money, bitch."
Oh my God.
She got screwed.
Man, what a bastard you are.
Oh.
Officers saw a suspect running north and took her into custody as
shit, it was a
she
girl.
pushed and kicked officers. She
Yes,
wasn't
she did.
identified by police. She was treated at the scene by firemen but refused transport to the hospital. There was some serious bodily harm at this McDonald's, and after people were done, the screwdriver to the face was pretty bad. Oh, yeah, that's a punch. Never mind. That's stupid. Okay, that's terrible, man. You're just going to run up, if they don't have any money, stab them with a damn screwdriver?
You should have had some money or I wouldn't have done this. Like,
That's one way to get a bonus hole.
Yeah, that is.
right?
Yep.
Get a couple of them.
A Chicago man has been released without charge following the death of his wife, who was found in his condo with a missing foot.
Whose foot?
Wow.
Well, I assume hers was missing.
No.
Maybe not. Let's see. Caitlin Tracy, 36, found pulverized in the stairwell of her partner Adam Beckrink's condo October 27th. He had reported his wife missing the day before. Officers detained him after arriving at the scene, but released him after 48 hours, no charge. Her body had been found by the building manager after a resident found a foot in the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Based on the condition of the remains, they determined her body fell 24 floors.
Wow.
That due to the height of the fall, her body had been pulverized and her foot severed
Oh.
from her body. So she jumped, I guess, or was pushed off, one or the other. There's a death investigation pending. She was found unresponsive.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I bet.
Yeah, and let's see, what else? Does it say they'd been separated? Oh, yeah, they were also separated. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
I
That's
don't
going to be
know.
a Netflix docuseries in 2026.
Definitely going to be a docuseries.
Yeah.
You can bet on that.
I wonder what they'll call it.
Separated.
Separated. It'll be a picture of a foot.
Man. This is a bad story, too, man. A 73-year-old man fell to his death Saturday morning after he climbed out of the 6th floor window
fell.
of his Manhattan home to escape a home invasion.
Aww.
Yeah, one of the suspects came in the apartment in Washington Heights at 4:40 a.m. climbing through a window. He then let 2 others in. The 3 men tied up the grandfather's 40-year-old son, who they believe was the intended target. They took a gold chain valued at $8,000. That's a nice gold chain.
Yeah.
Grandpa was rocking.
He was living like a rap star with that, man. Hell yeah. But during the chaos of the robbery, the 73-year-old climbed out the window to escape. Neighbors were shocked and saddened. He fell, and after getting on the small ledge, he got stopped by an air conditioner trying to get to the other window. He was rushed to the hospital, but succumbed to his injuries. So it was all over for Pawpaw. You would think, though, he's as much gristle as he was, he might have survived that fall, but that's bad, though. And finally, police in Passaic County on Wednesday identified a man crushed to death by machinery at a recycling plant.
Everybody's crushed.
He got recycled.
Yes, he did.
Jose Centeno, 73, crushed beneath the hydraulic baler during his work hours. He came in contact with it. It compressed waste. Oh, you know those little bales?
Soylent Green.
So he was all like folded up in there and stuff. And
Like the car crushers.
like the car crusher. Yeah, no, he really did get recycled.
Yeah, he did.
What do you get for a human?
I don't.
Probably
Not
just
a
a
lot.
leg.
Well, it depends. I mean, is it a young healthy baby? Is it an old man? Like, I mean,
that's
what?
true. Stem
Is
cells
it
are
a
definitely worth
12-year-old
more.
Oh, man.
girl? Like, I mean, it depends on the market.
No, stem cells definitely are worth more. You're right about that, and you're right about that. And let's do something else. Oh, wait.
You or someone you love suffers from dick gas. The National Center for Penile Farting can help. Our staff specializes in treating your dude queefs in a number of ways, alleviating the social stigma that dick farting can cause. The initial consultation is free. Just for contacting us, we'll give you a very tiny kazoo. You put it in the, It's time to stop dick farting for good. Operators are standing by, and they're trained not to laugh.
I'm
No,
not.
that's sensitive.
I'm not.
I couldn't laugh. I'd be fired.
So y'all queef too?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Oh.
I'm gonna trade out Chad and Luke again, if y'all don't mind, and let Bryce and Seth come back up here for a few minutes before we wrap the show up today. Get a little more FaceTime for these guys up here, man.
I want to know if they queef with the dick queefs.
Well, you can ask them. They're right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, my dick queefs.
I knew yours did.
This is
I was
science.
wondering about.
She's
I
inquiring
knew
about
yours
your
did.
man
Come
meat
on,
queef.
do you man meat queef?
You know, a lot of people's
Mine just
dicks
goes bam.
Mom just
Sorry,
goes bam,
Mom.
he says.
Sorry, Mom. It's just
That's
goes
great.
bam.
That's
A
great.
medical
terrible for
condition. I don't like bragging about it, but my dick does queef.
That's funny. So tell me, in your recent travels and performances, where have you gone that's been the most interesting to perform?
So most recently, I went up to Joplin, Missouri, and I did the Puff Puff Laugh show.
Puff Puff Laugh,
Puff,
okay.
Puff Laugh. Everyone, and you go to the bar, you can get like a non-alcoholic beverage, but they'll infuse it with marijuana.
Okay.
So I got a Sprite,
Yeah.
tasted like Sprite. Boy, it was not
Yeah.
a Sprite.
No, are they? That's pretty potent stuff, is it?
It was very good. It was
Now,
delicious.
I understand they're doing that at the Looney Bin now, right?
Yeah, the Looney Bin has
What
weed
is-
drinks. Oh,
Delta 8.
oh, brother.
Delta 8.
No,
Delta
it is
8,
THC.
same thing. It's weed.
It is
Yeah.
THC.
No, my son came home with some Delta 8, and he showed it to me, and I said, let me see that. And I smelled it, looked at it, then we smoked it, and I said, son, that's called weed. You can call it whatever you want.
Right.
That's marijuana. I'm familiar with it intimately since I was about 18.
If it looks like a duck, smells like a duck, smokes like a
smokes
duck.
like a duck.
It's a duck. It's weed.
Yeah.
But that was fun because, like, normally a weed crowd, it's kind of like running in sand to get them to be on board with the show.
Yeah, I might think so. Yeah.
So high. But this one, man, it was great. And I've kind of noticed halfway through the show that they weren't laughing as much, but I realized that everything that the comedians were saying, the lights were reacting to it. And I was like, these stoners, no wonder they're distracted. So I went up and I was like, I see what's going on here. Y'all are, every time I talk, the lights respond. It's like a dance club. So I just started beatboxing. Every one of my jokes, I just did the punchline like,
and so the lights are,
it was perfect.
That's crazy, man. I haven't had any of these weed drinks yet. Now, I wonder if, like the place like the Looney Bin or places like that, if they use a sativa versus an indica. Because sativa is an up weed, indica is a down weed, right?
I think it's a hybrid.
Probably do hybrids.
I just recently quit drinking, and so that was like perfect time for them to get those drinks in there.
Yeah.
And I took the 50 milligram one.
Mm-hmm.
I sipped on it for about 20 minutes, and boy, I was feeling it.
50 milligrams, Chad, is that for you? Would that do anything? Huh? Yes. Okay, yeah. No, I drank half of that and sat down. I remember that one.
What were those?
Yeah, he brought a drink of, what were they called?
Those were knee-high grapes.
Knee-high grape.
Okay.
From they were medical. It was a medical beverage.
Yeah.
We were having a medical session, actually, when he came over. Yeah, that's
There
what
was
we were doing.
a sparkling water lark for a while, THC infused, and a friend of mine was the rep for it, and they actually had it in like the Shell gas stations for a minute. You could stop off and get you a little weed spicy
Do
water.
they have that in the? Are those in the gas stations or only dispensaries of the Delta 8 version?
Yeah.
Okay, Crazy J's definitely has
I mean,
it.
well, Delta 8, you can have, I mean, is at Abbey Road and at gas
Right. All
stations,
those,
dispensaries
vape shops.
have the full on cannabis.
I'm so glad it's getting easier to get weed because, like, for so long, I'd have to go to a trailer in the middle of the woods. But you never hear of anyone going home high and beating their wife. They go home high and they beat The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, no, that's very true. No, we did used to have to go out of the way to get weed, and back then it was a little more perilous because if I got caught with weed when I was a kid, I was going to jail for real.
Oh yeah.
Chad knows.
Schedule 1.
Yeah, I've been there.
Schedule 1.
Now I'm guessing based on your quiet disposition here, you're probably not a big weed guy.
Yeah, I don't do any of that fun stuff.
No, that's well, it may not be fun to you. That would be fine. That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't drink those smoke.
You don't drink, don't smoke. That's actually
That's
great.
good.
You'll
You should probably
outlive
keep it
all
that
of
way.
ours.
Yeah.
No, you'll outlive everyone. That's great. That's great.
What do you do for fun?
Yeah, what do you do to de-stress then?
De-stress. That's a thing.
Great question.
I try to hang out with my friends once in a while. Video games sometimes. I collect action figures.
Nice.
Little stuff that.
What kind of action figures?
Black Series, Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you take them out of the box?
Yeah, I'm not an inbox collector
There you
at all.
go.
Guy, what a good guy.
I save a few boxes. Like
Enjoy it.
Black Series is coming out with the vintage card back boxes, so I'll like cut the plastic with an X-Acto knife, and I'll keep that box. But I'm still not an inbox collector.
Yeah.
Nice,
So you play with your toys.
I do. Yeah.
That's
I'm
good.
just a really big kid.
No, that's great, man. I mean, if I had them, I probably would want to as well. I mean, I'm not a collector, but if I had something, I'd probably play with it. Yeah. Wait, I do. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not. No, I'm
Play
not
with
saying
it.
that. Do you? What collectible stuff? What do you do?
Oh man, I've got so much Star Wars shit. I buy a helmet once a year, despite my wife's. She hates it.
Pushback. Yeah. Which kind of helmets?
I've got Mandalorian. I've got a couple clone troopers. We've got Kylo Ren and Darth Vader.
Okay.
I've got 2 X-wing helmets.
Oh, that's cool. Those are actually kind of cool. Yeah, the Luke Skywalker X-wing helmet.
I've got Biggs, his green helmet.
Okay.
And then we've got Poe Dameron's.
So you're like serious about the helmets, and those
love it,
probably
man.
aren't cheap.
No. But I save up all year.
Now, do you keep them in the packaging? Do you take them out? What do you do?
I take them out, but I keep the packaging up in the attic because
Okay.
if we ever
If
have
you
to
ever
move,
were gonna,
yeah,
okay.
or if we ever want to sell them.
So how do you display these?
They're just up on the shelf, or I'll walk around the neighborhood wearing it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I think especially like you should
Wear it
walk up
during
to people's
sex.
ring cams.
Yeah, I'll pick my son up from school wearing it, and I'll play like the
and
Mando
just
theme.
driving in the car. They're probably like, yeah, somebody call the police, would you?
Oh
This
my
guy's
God.
weird to me. Yeah.
I drive a minivan too, so go up to a school in a van with a helmet on.
No, you definitely look like a pedo.
They're like, is it? We know this is your son. He's not getting in the car with you.
They're going to do breathalyzers before they let you take your kid.
Man, I knew somebody had one of those things where you had to blow on the car to do that.
The interlock.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
they used to at the old studio over on Shackleford.
Everybody had
once a
one.
month. Everybody would come over there and get in a line
Yeah.
to get them calibrated or checked or whatever it is they do, and I'd watch them in that line of shame.
Yes.
Looking at them out there, all trying to make. They all have tinted windows.
All walks of life.
Nobody. They don't want you to see
I know a lot
'em.
of interlocks.
Yeah. My wife used to have a great joke about having her cousin ride with her. So she
You can blow in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still say to this day, it just makes me wish we were back in like the 1700s because back then you couldn't drink the beer, you'd get sick, and you never saw anyone having to blow their horse to get it started. It was, ready to go.
No, it's probably a bad idea. Unless
It
you're
wasn't
in Tijuana.
illegal then.
That was the breathalyzer
There
back
was-
then, actually.
Yeah. I mean, if you can blow a horse.
Jedediah is trying to start
Save a
his horse.
cowboy, blow a horse. I
It
mean, I
wasn't
just- that's what
illegal
they're-
then. I'm pretty sure there's some spaces in the United States still that
I'm
it's
sure
probably
it's
not
still
illegal.
probably not illegal in some places.
Hey, Joe would
you
know.
Joe would know.
Joe, no, he wouldn't know.
Joe would
He
know.
wouldn't
Come
know
on.
that. Come on, man. Hey,
Squad.
what a great show today. And listen, if you missed the Joe Exotic interview, you can go back and catch that on YouTube. You can catch it on Spotify, Amazon, Audible. Doesn't matter where you go. Big thanks to Seth Dees coming in today. You can see him tonight at the Joint. What time is the show?
Doors open at 7, shows at 8. Again, bring a toy and you get half off. And we'd love to see
Not
you.
an adult toy.
Honestly,
Please don't.
that's
Right.
expensive as hell.
They will take
I'll
that.
trade
actually,
you for a
yeah.
real toy.
Yeah, but they're going to have the roast battle as well as performances by the comedians. So it's going to be a real good time.
You never know who's going to stop by,
That's always awesome. And then, Bryce, they can check you out on your website, right?
On YouTube, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Yeah.
Threads, or now it's X. I'm sorry.
Bam, Bryce Moore, right?
Is there Bryce A. Moore? Bam.
Bam.
All right, awesome, man. Of course, huge thanks to Luke Shoemaker for coming in today and taking time to come in the studio and hang out with us. He's always fun to have around, and we couldn't be more thankful for him. And most importantly, it's you. We're thankful for you. Thanks. We know, look, there's a million choices, a billion today. And the fact that you're sharing it with us is the coolest thing in the world. You're doing a great job. You're telling everybody we're growing by leaps and bounds. Man, we can't be thankful enough. Just keep doing it. Keep spreading the word, and just keep coming back. All right. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Love you. Bye.